Hello. Welcome back to Almighty Sports Plus. Yes. कुछ सरप्राइजिंग रिजल्ट हुए हैं नेशंस लीग. Well, it's just glorified friendlies, as they say. लेकिन England lost to Hungary. Man, that is massive. क्यों massive है? Because जो नहीं जानते हैं, बाय द वे, आप जो भी देख रहा है, होपफुली आप लोग बेसिकली शेयर कर सको ऑन एनी सोशल मीडिया. मैंने तो शेयर कर दिया है. इफ यू कैन जस्ट रीशेयर इट, brilliant, absolutely. Matata United in the house. Thank you. Smash the likes, share and subscribe, and share as well. Big supporters always. लेकिन हाँ, मैं क्या बोल रहा था इन टर्म्स ऑफ द जस्ट द फॉर्मेट जो है ना, फॉर्मेट को देखकर जहां तक मुझे याद है, 4 ग्रुप्स होते हैं, राइट? एवरी ग्रुप में 4 टीम्स होते हैं एवरी ग्रुप में. And the team which is coming fourth, potentially of every group, they can go into a relegation zone. Yes, क्योंकि लीग बी से आएगी एक टीम लीग ए पर on each group, if I remember right. And इंग्लैंड potentially वहां हो जाए अगर वो एक और मैच हारती है, which is quite possible as well. तो देखना चाहेंगे हम क्या होता है इस ग्रुप में. But of course now it is a big game. The big game is Italy Germany. क्यों बड़ा है? Because अभिषेक, थैंक यू ज्वाइन करने के लिए. The reason is like जो भी है यार, आप कमेंट करिए, प्रेडिक्शंस डालिए सब लोग. पुट इन योर प्रेडिक्शंस. इटली वर्सेस जर्मनी, आर वी गोइंग टू सी एन अपसेट? और क्या अपसेट आप बोलोगे? बिकॉज टेक्निकली इटली हैज नॉट बीन इन फॉर्म बिल्कुल भी. ठीक है, यस दे वन द यूरोज, ब्रिलियंट, लेकिन यार बियॉन्ड दैट क्वालिफिकेशन में दे फेल्ड वर्ल्ड कप के लिए. एंड नाउ ऑब्वियसली द फिनलिस्ट गेम हम देख रहे थे, इन टर्म्स ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस नहीं थी. डिफरेंट टीम, डिफरेंट स्क्वाड. हाँ, मैंसिनी हैड टोल्ड दैट ही विल ट्राई थोड़ा और नया चीज इन टर्म्स ऑफ नेशंस लीग, और मे बी जस्ट लुक फॉरवर्ड. अब देखते हैं मतलब कैसा होता है. बट पुट इन योर प्रेडिक्शंस, स्कोर प्रेडिक्शंस, इटली जर्मनी, एंड we'll look at the lineups as well. Abhishek, thanks for joining. Germany will win Nations League, brother. Okay, so शुभम का तो प्रेडिक्शन आ गया कि Germany will win the Nations League by itself. समीम भी जर्मनी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. वांट टू सी दैट जर्मनी अटैकिंग फुटबॉल. इंटरेस्टिंग. एंड यस, मैं देख रहा हूँ काफी लोग हैं ऑनलाइन, लेकिन होपफुली आप लोग अगर लाइक कर सको स्ट्रीम को, जस्ट हिट द थम्स अप बटन. एंड ऑफ कोर्स लाइक आई से, इफ यू कैन जस्ट रीशेयर ऑन सोशल मीडिया. मैंने ट्वीट किया है, मैंने पोस्ट किया ऑन इंस्टाग्राम. इट्स ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज एफसी ऑन इंस्टाग्राम एंड ट्विटर. इट बी ग्रेट सो दैट हम लोग ज्यादा लोग के साथ बात करें और ज्यादा काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आए, ज्यादा काइंड ऑफ इंटरेक्शन हो. दैट इज समथिंग दैट आई ऑलवेज लव, एज यू ऑल नो एज वेल. तो यहाँ पर लेट मी एक्चुअली क्विकली, या बाय द वे, फतेह इज गोइंग टू जॉइन अस. या, फतेह इज बेसिकली एन इटालियन फुटबॉल फैन, Indian who's an Italian football fan, inside out and ultra. So he will be joining hopefully just before half time. वो join करने वाले. So let's see how it goes. लेकिन हाँ, please like the stream like I always say, so that we have more people. If I'm being honest, England say we don't expect anything. They only speak even though इतना unreal talent है. साउथगेट, मैं तो बोलता साउथगेट इतना अटैकिंग टैलेंट है. जस्ट लाइक यू हैव फर्नांडो सैंटोस को पोर्चुगल. आई थिंक दोनों ही कंट्रीज के पास इतना टैलेंट है. दे डोंट यूज इट इन द राइट मैनर, आई फील. Was it because the three at the back experiment that cost England, or clearly the tired legs of his players? I think it was a bit of both. Like for me, मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ Southgate doesn't have the guts. He doesn't have the balls to actually change that formation, because उसको नहीं लगता यार मैं कैसे ड्रॉप कर सकता हूँ, तो भाई ट्रेंट को कैसे ड्रॉप कर सकता हूँ, मैं रीस जेम्स को कैसे ड्रॉप कर सकता हूँ, So he plays one of them, he cannot drop both of them, and that's what he does. And Kyle Walker, Reece James, and Trent, all the three, he cannot pick just one. He picks two, or in that sense, he ends up playing three at the back. Well, he doesn't have the guts. Simply put, अगर किसी से भी पूछो ना आज के दिन में, yes, they have a lot of right backs, but they have more class midfielders, is what I reckon. तो ज्यादा एक midfielder का खेलो भाई. Mason Mount is not a forward. Chelsea में is proven, he's a brilliant player, but he's not a forward. Germany will win for me. I think Netherlands will win the Nations League. ओके, सो आज फुटबॉल क्रिक्स बोल रहे हैं जर्मनी जीतेगी और नेदरलैंड्स विल विन द नेशंस लीग ऑल टुगेदर. चलो आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर. हु विल बी द चैंपियन? वेल, अभी तो काफी अर्ली है. आई वुड लाइक टू सी बेसिकली एवरी टीम वंस मोर. लेकिन हाँ, ऑन पेपर सर्टेनली मैं बोल रहा था भाई फ्रांस वापस से करेगी अपना ग्राउंड डिफेंड. लेकिन आई हैव टू से लास्ट नाइट का जो परफॉर्मेंस था भाई नेदरलैंड्स का, अलग ही लेवल एब्सोल्युटली. लेकिन हाँ, जर्मनी 2-1 प्रेडिक्शन. अभिषेक बोल रहे कैसे हो? मैं मस्त हूँ, आप मस्त हो? आई होप सो, एंड आई वांट जर्मनी टू स्कोर 4 गोल्स. श्रेय इन द हाउस. पीपल डू चेक आउट श्रेय एफसी भी. काफी बार आ चुके हैं चैनल में, आप जानते हो सब लोग. Big up Ankit bhai, hit the like button, chat, and Italy will get battered today due to many youngsters and new era starting. Well, let's see. मैं prediction देता हूँ यहाँ पर quickly. यहाँ पर पहले लाइनअप देख लेते हैं. मैं थोड़ा चीट कोड यूज करता हूँ with by seeing the lineup. Spinazzola not in 11. Oh, okay, interesting, interesting. तो यहाँ पर lineup ही दिखा देते हैं quickly. Let's see. I'm just opening the lineup. भाई साहब, भाई साहब, ये तो गजब है, गजब. इतना इतना इतने सारे चेंजेस भाई. मतलब आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट मैंचिनी वांट्स अ रीस्टार्ट. आई अंडरस्टैंड भाई, लेकिन you have to at some level you have to try and win the game. That is important as well. Like I am saying that probably I agree with Shrey. I was really looking forward to the game. I still am, and I have to say Cristante is decent. I must say काफी underrated है. Tonali though, I'm a big fan. For people who follow the channel closely, both the channels, that is, yes, we have another channel called Almighty Blues FC. By chance आपको नहीं पता है तो please subscribe करिए. लेकिन Pellegrini and Tonali, I am big fan of. You know, Scamacca, the next big thing supposedly. देखते हैं Politano, हाँ, coming back from injury if I remember right. अचर्पी ओके, बस्तोनी बैक फोर में खेल रहा है. अभी इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा बैक फोर में कैसा करते हैं. फ्लोरेंजी, मतलब ही इज अ कैप्टन, ही इज अ ग्रेट अटैकिंग राइट बैक, बट ही इज नॉट अ राइट बैक, लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट. वो एक राइट मिडफील्डर है रियली. डोनोरमा विल हैव हिज टास्क कट आउट बिकॉज in Germany you have Leroy Sané, Thomas Muller and Gnabry, and in behind Goretzka और Kimmich. ये क्या है, मतलब ये तो मतलब भयंकर टीम है, भयंकर. हाँ, मैंने वर्नर का नाम नहीं लिया बिकॉज वो भयंकर में वर्नर को नहीं डालूंगा, लेकिन ही इज वेरी गुड फॉर जर्मनी, वी नो दैट एब्सोल्युटली. केरर इज लिटिल बिट ससेप्टेबल, मैं बोलता हूँ. डेफिनेटली लेफ्ट बैक इज अ न्यू पर्सन, लेट्स सी यू नो दिस गाय हाउ ही डज. लेकिन अगेन लाइप्जिग के लिए खेलते हैं, डिसेंट प्लेयर है, बट आई वुडंट कॉल हिम लाइक अ ग्रेट यू नो लेफ्ट बैक. आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग राउंड टू प्ले, पता नहीं यार, राउंड शायद इंप्रेस किए थे मुझे रिसेंटली. लेकिन निकोलस सूला और रूडिगर इन बैक फोर काफी इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा. इन बैक फोर हाउ दे डू. ऑफ कोर्स नॉयर इज द कैप्टन. सो अगेन गोइंग बाय दिस लाइनअप, मैं देखता हूं जर्मनी माइट बी एबल टू कंसीड. अगर इटली फिनिश करे, दैट्स द बिगेस्ट क्वेश्चन मार्क फॉर इटली. तो मैं जाऊंगा एक गोल, चलो एक गोल चलेगा. टोनाली विद एन असिस्ट, स्कमाका विद द गोल, चलो लेट्स पुट इट दैट वे. एंड जर्मनी टू स्कोर 2 goals. तो 2-1 जर्मनी अवे. मैं बोल रहा हूं, आप बोलिए सब लोग क्या लगता है. यस, डेफिनेटली मैं बेंच पर भी दिखाऊंगा क्या कौन कौन है, लेकिन हाँ, स्पिनोज़ोला नॉट इन 11 is surprising. I agree with that, and of course with Raul not being, both the left backs not being there, I'm kind of very no, Flick, Hansi Flick has definitely managed before. Lekin Hansi Flick, yeah, I'm a fan. You guys heard it, I'm a fan. Brilliant coach, man. Italy 1, Germany 3. Werner, Gnabry, Muller to score, while Pellegrini to score for Italy, in my opinion. Chalo dekhte hain how it goes. Kai not starting. हाँ, मतलब they don't start both with Kai and Werner. That's been the norm. They are definitely starting with Werner आज. लेकिन हाँ, Kai will come on. I feel मतलब long term में maybe Muller should be the number 9 and Kai should play in behind. I really believe that. Do you think the front three can be a threat? Sane, Gnabry and Werner, at least not on paper. Well, I am a Sane fan. I know as much as वो थोड़ा सा tantrums रखते हैं. I am a Sane fan. He reminds me a lot of Iron Robin, you know, youth days. Definitely. A left footer who plays on the left hand side, वो बहुत रेयर है. Bernardo Silva plays it, Foden plays it, Sane plays it, लेकिन बहुत रेयर है. वो ज्यादा लोग खेलते नहीं है. आजकल पता नहीं नया फैशन हो गया है, आप कटे नहीं करो. नहीं भाई, आप लेफ्ट साइड पे भी थ्रेट हो सकते हो, अच्छे क्रॉसेस डाल सकते हो फॉर समवन हु इज अ नंबर 9 एंड वर्नर इज नॉट. सो दैट्स व्हाई मैं तो बोलता हूँ काई हावर्ट्स खेलने चाहिए था. बट एनीवे, दैट्स हैंसी फ्लिक विद हिज टैक्टिक्स, हु नोज, यू नो व्हाट ही इज हैविंग इन माइंड. Yes, absolutely. Barella not in 11. Yes, Barella is not in the 11. Absolutely. Even the bench. By the way, bench में भी मतलब मैं थोड़ा सा सरप्राइज हूँ. रास्पादोरी नहीं खेल रहे. रास्पादोरी, I know you know फिनलैंड में इतना kind of impressive नहीं थे, but at the same time Raspadori had a decent kind of a season comparatively. And Scamacca के साथ एक you know tuning भी है रास्पादोरी का. तो I'm kind of surprised. I can see Mancini not managing the World Cup. Just my opinion. Pratham, I know what you mean exactly there. Well, let's see. He may stay till the next World Cup. Who knows? Views on Belotti. Belotti is absolutely an enigma. Enigma है भाई. मतलब इतना ज़्यादा basically hype हुआ था ना. I don't remember that one. I think back-to-back seasons था. एक सीजन था Piatek, एक सीजन था Belotti. दोनों इतने सारे hype हुए थे ना इटली में. Like come on. मैच तो ऑन पेपर ही खत्म हो गया. लाइनअप देखकर अरे नहीं ऑन पेपर कभी खत्म नहीं होता है. हंगरी इंग्लैंड कौन बोला था भाई हंगरी जीतेगी 1-0? मैं तो नहीं बोला था honestly. I don't know about you guys. Why doesn't Southgate play James as right center back if he's going for 3 at the back? Yes, but arguably wasn't it James जिसने एक मिस्टेक किया था अद्वै? आप बोलिए. मतलब I believe it was James. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he might have come on नहीं in the last game. Again मैंने देखा नहीं because of our अच्छा नेटवर्क जो है इंडिया में, दे फॉर सम रीजन दे डोंट शो लाइव मैचेस ऑल ऑफ देम, लेकिन एनीवे दे आर ट्राइंग द बेस्ट, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर। लेकिन मैं वापस से चेक कर रहा हूँ क्या हुआ था। सो आई बिलीव, चलो ठीक है, तो definitely it was a penalty, and I remember it was Reece James with the mistake. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. But यहाँ पर मैच शुरू हो गया भाई साहब, मैच शुरू हो गया। तो देखते, जो लोग ने नहीं दिया था प्रेडिक्शन, आप भी दे दीजिए, क्या है लगता है आपको इस मैच के बारे में। I would really love to see Joachim Low manage a big club someday. Let's see, मतलब does he have it in him in terms of managing week in week out? I'm not sure. मतलब I know that he was good. I always felt that, yeah, of course, the World Cup, who can deny that? He won the World Cup with Germany. Lekin I felt that, I think Klinsmann got a raw deal. उस समय बोलते थे यार, it was Joachim Low was doing more of the work. नहीं यार, come on. मतलब I feel that, थोड़ा सा overrated है. But यहाँ back three खेल रहे हैं भाई, Germany लग रहा है. Kimmich is dropping over the center half. ये क्या हो रहा है भाई? The center backs are so wide, they are almost playing like a back three because इतना space है कि Kimmich को drop off करना पड़ रहा है. Skamaka big of 35 million by Arsenal rejected. Sassuolo asking 45. Okay, interesting. हाँ वो अच्छा play, अच्छे यार, मतलब for a number 9 he's a good buy for me. Yes, hello as well. Thank you आने के लिए Ankit bhai. If England get relegated in League B, will Southgate get the sack? Very good question. But you know what? मतलब again September में शायद match day 5 and 6. I don't think so इतना late sack करेंगे. And let's be honest, as much as हम बोल रहे हैं कि Nations League is so important, हम watch along कर रहे हैं इतना सारा, the reason is because it's a World Cup year, इसीलिए हम इतना कर रहे हैं। Normal Nations League year में I may not have done इतना concentration or focus on Nations League, and that's the reality of it। और हम focus basically World Cup पे कर रहे हैं। With that in mind, we are looking at Nations League कि भाई ऐसे खेल सकते हैं teams, ऐसे खेल सकते हैं, ये players fit है, ये players in form है, because just a few months away, right? So that is the reason. So again, September May will be too late to sack him, and I don't think they'll get as in relegated and match day 4. उतना तो नहीं होने वाला that they're going to draw and lose another game in the next 3 games, right? Let's see. Bro, why Timo always perform better in national team? I'm still hopeful he will play crucial role for us next season. Okay, so Gurvinder, इसका reason ये clearly है कि यार Germany का the football itself is basically free flowing football, or they don't kind of stick to their positions, right? आप देखो Leroy Sané starting on the left hand side, but again they might switch flanks. First of all, on the right hand side you have Gnabry. They might switch flanks. Gnabry can be a false nine. अगर Timo Werner runs the left channel, जो अभी दिखा आपको, he's running the left channel, then Gnabry fills in the number 9 and Leroy Sané kind of drops back. तो काफी flexibility है, उसके कारण Werner को space मिलता है. In maybe a Chelsea, the way opposition teams line up against us, and Chelsea as such, is not a team which looks for spaces to pass the ball. इतने passing midfielders नहीं है हमारे पास, and maybe that is why in run behind जो Werner करते ही doesn't work. That is my reasoning to it. I don't know. नहीं काई इंजर्ड कहाँ है? काई है ना? काई definitely है. Let me check again. Kai Havertz. Let me show you the bench as well, people. And by the way, everyone do like the stream. Bulna mat, do like the stream. Certainly helps a lot. And हो सके तो अगर retweet कर दो तो fantastic. I have just shared a tweet which has the link on it as well as shared a post on Instagram if you can like it. लेकिन हाँ, यहाँ पर मैं शेयर करने वाला हूँ अपने जो benches है जर्मनी और इटली के. By the way, it's happening in Bologna's match. तो देखो, Kai Havertz, Gundogan, Musiala, Hoffman, Brandt, Raum, भाई साहब इतना. By the way, Schlotterbeck arguably should have started, I can say, over basically Nicholas Sule. But anyway, that's something that they prefer, I know. Marco Reus, he's मतलब बहुत बार injured रहता है और he's injured, right? Kevin Trapp, यार, remember the European final? By the way, यार, यहाँ पर pressing पूरा जर्मनी करते हुए इटली पूरे आ गई यार, पूरे प्रेशर में आ गई और यहाँ पर कॉर्नर दे दिया. गंदा यार इटली, man. You're like so slow build up, man. This is not done, and that is what I was saying. Acerbi and Bastoni, I don't think they are meant for back four, especially Bastoni. मतलब I really genuinely have not seen him test enough in a back four. लेकिन आप देखो Raspadori, I was expecting Nico Barella, definitely he's on the bench, kind of strange. हाँ, लेकिन at the same time उनका इतना अच्छा नहीं रहा है इतना season, comparatively. Mancini is a young centre half, interesting, he's on the bench. But again, a lot of changes. आप expect ही कर रहे थे, by the way, Jorginho and Emerson from Chelsea, definitely they are rested. वो नेशंस लीग नहीं खेलने वाले फ्रॉम व्हाट आई नो एटलीस्ट द फर्स्ट 4 मैच डेज राइट. बढ़िया कॉर्नर लेकिन वेल डिफेंडेड बाय इटली एंड इट्स अ न्यू चेंज बिकॉज नो बोनुcci, नो कियलिनी भाई साहब. देखते हैं क्या होता है. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज द कैप्टेंसी गोइंग टू फ्लोरेंसी ना, वो भी काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा इटली के लिए. हाउ ही काइंड ऑफ मैनेजेस जस्ट ऑफ द बॉल इन टर्म्स ऑफ द वॉइस जो है ना उनका. किमिक इज ग्रेट बट ही इज बेस्ट अंडर ग्रेट कोचेस लाइक पेप, हैंसी, फ्लिक. Well, let's see, man. मतलब he has not been played under many managers as well, तो आप really judge नहीं कर सकते. I know, but before Bayern also वो काफी अच्छे थे. I have to say, before Bayern भी Kimmich, if you really see, he did well. James conceded penalty. Exactly, that's what I remember. Krishna, thank you join करने के लिए. But Joachim Low, past his prime as Germany fan, I can say the guy was out of his depth in 2018 World Cup. And yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. The guy is overrated. At least recently, brilliant until 2014, even 2016. But yeah, that's about it. Don't know why, but Julian Brandt has got a lot of potential, which people not talk about. Okay, so Julian Brandt at one point in time was supposed to be the next big thing. I remember still, मतलब it was like yesterday. लेकिन यार Julian Brandt का problem है कि यार Bundesliga के लिए is brilliant. ठीक है, I don't think he has that amount of consistency in terms of the pace and skill he shows in Bundesliga versus international. तो हो सकता है दैट्स वाई. और यार आप कंपेयर कर रहे हो किसके साथ? आप कंपेयर कर रहे हो गनाबरी के साथ, आप कंपेयर करो लीरॉय साने के साथ. आई स्टिल वुड प्रेफर देम गिवन अ चॉइस ना. बट हाँ, ही इज वेरी गुड. मतलब इट्स जस्ट दैट ही नीड्स टू डू इट कंसिस्टेंटली एट अ हाई लेवल मच मोर. नो इट वाज मैग्वायर आई थिंक. आई स्वेयर ये बंदा अच्छे डिफेंडर से भी मिस्टेक करा. I don't know, man. The Southgate is a very pragmatic coach with the abundance of. नहीं, I understand the pragmatic bit of it. हाँ, maybe you have a point. Absolutely. Graham Potter, I am still saying that. मतलब give him a better club and see how he does. ठीक है, it's too early for me. I would say Southgate ना problem है वही है. He doesn't have the guts. वो guts नहीं रखता भाई. वॉकर, ट्रेंट और रीस में से 2 जन को ड्रॉप करने का guts रखता है. नहीं is the answer. That's why he's going. That is the main reason. वो कोई भी admit नहीं करेगा. That is a fact. I'm telling you. उसके बर्थडे को भी नहीं हंसता होगा. Southgate was centre back, right? I think he sees himself in Maguire. Maybe उसकी वजह से start करता है. Yes, Southgate काफी अच्छे centre back थे भाई. मतलब I remember him and Carragher. Oh, nice interception भाई. It was by Florenzi. Very important interception. यहाँ पर जर्मनी का थ्रू बॉल होता बढ़िया. लेकिन यार किमिक, game is flowing through Kimmich. Kimmich is like Jorginho is for Italy ना. Although recent games में किए नहीं है. In terms of gameplay वो Kimmich कर रहे हैं proper. लेकिन हाँ, yeah, Klosterman is very good upfront. Not sure about Kehrer. Yeah, Kehrer right back is a question mark for me. मतलब for me he's a question mark. Yeah, you are in game maybe Kimmich आएंगे, लेकिन अभी यार game is flowing through Kimmich and he's a great passer of the ball. So I think it's fair. I'll keep him in midfield. मैं तो बोलता हूँ. Germany has the best midfield. Oh, interesting. You think Germany has the best midfield? हाँ, मतलब गोरेट्स्का, किमिक, गुंडोगन और द लाइक्स है, तो आप बोल सकते हो आर्ग्यूबली या डेफिनेटली दे हैव दे आर इन विद द शाउट. पता नहीं मैं किसी को भूल गया. बाय द वे यार ऑफसाइड है क्या? कमाका श्योरली ऑफसाइड था भाई. कम ऑन, व्हाट इज दिस मैन? यार इतना बाद में जो फ्लैग उठाते हैं ना ये लोग, आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट इट एब्सोल्युटली. Tanzania drew with Niger 1-1 in AFCON qualification, in case you didn't know. Okay, I did not follow it closely, but yes, I did know that it's going on. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. And of course, I don't know how you take it. मतलब Matata United, are you happy उस result के साथ? I know that as a matter of fact, Niger is not a bad team at all. So maybe I'm saying that that might be a good thing, नहीं? अच्छा, मैं सादिक भाई का बहुत बड़ा दुश्मन हूँ. सिर्फ आर्सेनल की बुराई करता है. अरे अच्छा, लेट मी गेट इट राइट. विप्रा, आप आर्सेनल फैन हो, ठीक है. आप स्पर्स की प्रशंसा करेंगे कि बुराई करेंगे? सच में बोलो. मतलब आई नो दैट यू शुड बी रेस्पेक्ट ऑल द टीम्स, बट आई थिंक रेस्पेक्ट ऑल द टीम्स. इट्स हिज विश which he likes, he does not like, and same thing about me. So I don't think we should kind of hate the person for disliking someone or something, no. तो मैं तो बोलता हूँ उनकी चॉइस है भाई. मतलब आई डोंट थिंक वो आपको इंसल्ट कर रहे. दैट्स जस्ट माय ओपिनियन. वन ऑन लेफ्ट चैनल, नाइस. लेकिन नहीं, कट बैक was too kind of narrow for the forwards there. Not about mistakes that can happen, but surely James has to play over Cody. Cody is more like a centre back, but I hear what you're saying here. They rather have someone else as centre back and play James. Leroy Sané with a shot which is going wide. Chalo. Here we go. हो गया. Hugo Ekitike has signed for. Okay, अब ये बंदा जो है, again, I might not know much about it, so I'm just looking up basically what is the kind of stats, but हाँ, 26 million bid था भाई, 26 million. I know Reims, Liga side Reims is what he plays for. Striker, let's see, मतलब a lot of, मतलब I have to say Newcastle से ना, Newcastle में बहुत French strikers आए in the past, बहुत French camps and strikers आए. Not many have worked, so time will tell. Let's see. Chetan, hello. But yes, do like the stream. Do not forget, like, hit that thumbs up. Do subscribe to Almighty Sports Plus. Hopefully, भाई हम 3K हो जाए. Please try sharing the stream on social media अगर हो सके तो. I have shared it in my stories, in my Instagram as well as Twitter, so that we have more reach, especially on Almighty Sports Plus. It really means a lot if we can cross 3K by the end of tonight. Brandt has been played in midfield instead of Goretzka. Similarly, with weak teams, he plays Royce instead of Goretzka. Yeah, good point. Devesh, hello as well. Did Sane leaving Man City for Bayern cost him his football and also cost City 100 million for Grealish and maybe cost? I don't think so. Like, you never keep an unhappy player. वो homesick थे. Simply put, यहाँ पर handball हुआ क्या? चलो, handball हुआ शायद जर्मनी का. लेकिन हाँ, certainly भाई, मतलब you can argue that Sane was that X factor जो चाहिए था City में. But I won't see मतलब again, a lot of people say Grealish is a flop and all those things. भाई मतलब कितने game start किया है? मतलब I don't know, man. To be honest, yeah, he's not lived up to the expectation. He's not done half of what he did Aston Villa में. लेकिन मतलब I remember games where he was still winning fouls. I remember the game against Chelsea, for instance. He was brilliant. ठीक है. So there were moments that he had in the season as well. हाँ, Leroy Sané probably would have had more क्योंकि he already knew City's team. He fitted in well. यहाँ पर गनाबरी पास करते हुए रेफरी भाई साहब अपने ही दुनिया में, रेफरी पीछे वो he showed his butt to the ball और लगा उनको रुक गया बॉल. Anyway, so coming to Sane, I genuinely believe that you should be where you want to be. Again, Lukaku, we have discussed enough. You have to clear your mind. His mind was not clear that he wants to stay in England. And again, Bayern Munich, has he done so badly? Yeah, he's not lived up to the expectation. He can do lots more. But I feel again he's had moments. मुझे याद है even the game against Salzburg, he was very effective. जहाँ in the second leg that I'm talking about. So I think they've had their moments, both of them. But I hear you. They probably would have done better अगर change नहीं होता. That's a fact as well. But winning the Champions League, I'm not sure. Nice pass to Muller, लेकिन I think it took नहीं Goretzka होता है. बहुत time ले लिया Goretzka ने. कोई नहीं. Do you think that Hansi Flick will be a major factor in this World Cup, considering we watched him changing fortunes for Bayern in 2020? Okay, let me put it this way. Hansi Flick will be really a major factor in next Euros. Okay, I'm calling it. 2024 ka Euros jo hai, he'll be really effective, and I can see Germany doing really well in that. 2022 World Cup comes little too early because again COVID times the, he's not had too much time with the team. I just feel that like now that COVID times have touchwood kind of going, so that is where I see that he might be able to do a lot more. Maybe he goes to a lot of matches as well to watch the play. I don't know. Do you see Kimmich with a move to Premier League? Maybe Pep persuades him to come to City. I wish. I would love to see Kimmich. यार भाई मतलब what a player. I am actually in that school. मतलब मुझे लगता है ना Philipp Lahm जैसे लगता है मुझे. He can play anywhere, yes. But he is probably like a Philipp Lahm. I always felt वो right back में better है. Even Kimmich is better. हाँ, आज against Italy, because Italy don't have the team that they are, I'm saying that Kimmich should be playing in central mid. Lekin I actually prefer him at right back. Having said that, I feel that अगर central midfield की बात हो गई तो नहीं यार. I can see certainly Rodri being there Man City में for years to come. I'm seeing Rodri being so good. मतलब I really am. देखते हैं मतलब I might be wrong, but यहाँ पर Gnabry on the wing. देखते हैं what he does. Let's see Gnabry with. Oh wow! He beats two players और takes a shot. लेकिन नहीं, Donnarumma saves. Rebound goes wide. भाई साहब, Gnabry, what an improved player, man. What he was in Arsenal a few years ago and what he is today. Erling Haaland is officially retired from winning Champions League at the age of 21. ये वापस से आ रहा है comment. प्रथम मुझे याद है Flick is trying to give Werner his confidence back. If he gets it, mark my words, he'll be a regular starter for Chelsea. He knows how to score, but he needs his confidence back. I wish you're right. I wish I'm wrong. Simply put, I don't see that happening. बहुत लंबा समय हो गया चेल्सी में, बहुत लंबा समय. That is the only thing I'm saying. I don't see that coming back. आता भी तो 2 हफ्ते बाद में वापस चल जाता है. That kind of a player. Unfortunately, he's had so bad misses so many times, and not just the misses, bhai. I don't see him as a footballer in a true sense. जो समझता है game को in the larger sense. Great, space creation and all that. Great pace. Maybe great finishing हो जाए वापस, लेकिन यार he doesn't understand the game as much. I genuinely believe that he thinks 1 second late than others. That's what I believe in. Maybe that's why I'm saying that he's never a wide player. Like, striker, second striker, bring it on. Tuchel is a Champions League winner. Southgate is a national hero for losing a final on home soil. Oh, bhai sahab. That was harsh. That was harsh. क्या चीज के लिए सीरियसली ले लिया मैं? क्या था आपका कमेंट? अरे वो था, कोई नहीं, शादी कोई वाला ना, चलो कोई नहीं. Any update on transfers regarding Chelsea? गुरविंदर, I think you missed it. Were you there? आप थे? 3 घंटे पहले हमने एक स्ट्रीम किया था ऑन ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज एफसी. उसमें पूरा ट्रांसफर्स हमने डिस्कस किया था. लेकिन हाँ, लास्ट 3 घंटों में तो कुछ आया नहीं. यही आया कि Lewandowski to Chelsea is back on. That's one thing that I'm hearing. That's the closest that I heard. आपको कुछ पता हो तो डेफिनेटली शेयर करिए. आई वुड लव टू टॉक अबाउट इट. बट बाय द वे, गेम में देखा जाए तो इट्स ऑल जर्मनी. ट्रस्ट मी, इट्स ऑल जर्मनी. इटली का चांस भी आ रहा है तो इट्स नॉट लाइक अ प्रॉपर चांस. Gnabry had created a nice chance on the wing, लेकिन direct to the goalkeeper. Donnarumma with a decent save. Not a major chance either way, really speaking. लेकिन again, Rudiger in the back four people. Real Madrid fans अगर कोई है तो interesting रहेगा. अंकित भाई, what's going on लुकाकू केस? इससे ज्यादा लॉयल तो टामी था. इवन अपने फर्स्ट सीजन में ही was giving 100%. एग्जैक्टली. मतलब अगेन 3 घंटे पहले ही मैंने थोड़ा सा मिनी राइंड किया था शुरू में, तो होपफुली आप वो स्ट्रीम देखो. लेकिन द फैक्ट इज लुकाकू नीड्स टू ग्रो अप. भाई साहब, इतना रिस्की प्ले बाय इटली. डोनारुमा का पास किया वापस, लेकिन डोनारुमा हैड द प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड टू क्लियर इट rather than playing more. So Werner, Lukaku need to grow up. Werner in terms of footballing ability, Lukaku in terms of the mind. जो भूसा भरा है ना वो हटा दो, ठीक है. और उसको समझ में आना चाहिए वो आया है एज अ लीडर. He needs to act like a leader. Otherwise he needs to buzz off. Simply put, दो ही है रास्ता, बीच में नहीं रहो. वापस से वही प्रॉब्लम आने वाली 3 महीने बाद में तो मत रहो, ठीक है. बट लेकिन हाँ, चेल्सी को रिप्लेसमेंट चाहिए भाई. वी कैन नॉट हैव लाइक अ यंग स्ट्राइकर एज अ रिप्लेसमेंट. वी नीड अ प्रॉपर एक्सपीरियंस स्ट्राइकर, a proven guy. I know Lukaku ने कुछ किया नहीं है, but that's what he was expected to do. So we need that replacement proper. यहाँ पर Italy with a counter attack. Oh man, a very very important tackle. That very important tackle, लेकिन offside. भाई इतना बिल्डअप होकर ऑफसाइड इतना, मतलब ये फ्लैग इतना लेट क्यों आता समझ में नहीं आता मुझे आज तक. इतना लेट आता है भाई फ्लैग. भाई ये नंबर 15 कौन है जर्मनी का? Nicholas Sule with a decent tackle by the way. हाँ, लेकिन offside था anyway. Chelsea planning double swoop worth 24 million for Jose Gaya and Guedes. So to leave for a, well, I hope not, yeah. I hope not. Jose Gaya did not have a great season. As far as I remember, I don't remember him having a great season. Again, as in Guedes is a Portuguese footballer who's a winger, really, right? As in, I'm not sure, yeah. To be very honest, I hope that's not true, yeah. मतलब again, maybe scouting अच्छी हो तो brilliant. I'm wrong. I'm okay with it. लेकिन I'm not seeing them being those finishers, that finished element. We need finished elements. हाँ, कितने लाएंगे भाई promising stars and all that? हो गया बस. बहुत है. हमारी लोन आर्मी है, हमारे academy है. Come on. We want finished articles or at least close to finish. Jose Gaya, he was finished, but he's like finished because उसका सीजन अच्छा नहीं गया, तो I would not take a punt. That 2016 to 19 period where Sane at left wing, Hazard at left, Mane at left wing, Son at left wing. Okay, what a battle left-footed it was. Okay, I get what you mean. But Hazard isn't left-footed, bro. As in Son, I know he can play with both the feet. Even Hazard can, but they are right-footed mainly. Mane is the same. Sane is the only left-footed guy. Maybe you mean left wing generally. Okay. Gnabry चाहिए, and that is a Real Madrid fan in the house, obviously. लेकिन हाँ, Gnabry, I have said MIT होने वाला है, मुझे लग रहा है. अरे यार, ऑन गोल हो जाता ऑलमोस्ट, लेकिन रूडिगर अच्छा डायरेक्शन ऑफ द फुट टू गेट अ क्लियरेंस. इटली कुछ प्रेशर क्रिएट कर रही है बाय द वे. अरे क्या था भाई, ऑफसाइड श्योरली. Do you think Warner को एक और चांस मिलना चाहिए नेक्स्ट सीजन? मे बी ही कैन इम्प्रूव. ये है मेरा जवाब. सॉरी, मैं तो यार आई हैव लॉस्ट इट. Yes, he might be terrific in certain weeks. He was terrific in Real Madrid against Southampton maybe just 2 months ago. लेकिन नहीं हो गया यार. He is not your Chelsea striker. As a sub maybe, but भाई 50 मिलियन दिया था हमने उसको. Surely नहीं यार, surely नहीं. Warner is a bit later in decision making. He has amazing pace, but finishing is not up to the mark. Like apart from, okay, let me put it this way: apart from pace and creating space, what does he do? Please tell me, yaar. Apart from creating space and his pace, what does he do? And सच में बोलो, Willian had that. Willian had that. काफी बार मैं बोलता Willian को पास नहीं करते, but again, people don't remember. People may not have seen Willian at his peak. He had that at his peak. I'm telling 2014 to 16 period. प्रॉपर पीक था उसका. ही वाज दैट. लेकिन अगेन विलियम को इट वाज ओके वी डिडंट स्कोर एज मेनी गोल्स बिकॉज हमारे पास उस समय हजार्ड था भाई, हमारे पास डियोगो कोस्टा था, तो दैट वाज ओके. डेम्बावा था उससे पहले, तो वी स्टिल हैड पीपल, यू नो, सो दैट वाज द डिफरेंस. वी स्टिल डिड better than what we have been doing in league last 2 years. For me, Warner, nahi yaar, maybe I would take him as a second striker. I repeat, second striker, yes, but Tuchel nahi khelte. So again, I would rather go with whom Tuchel wants, right? No problem, Gurvinder. No problem. You can always rewatch if you want to. It's about transfers in general. बहुत पूरा weekly transfers हमने cover किया है. Almighty Blues FC पर था दूसरे channel पे, by the way. If in case you're not subscribed, do subscribe it. And everyone do like the stream. भूलना मत. Hopefully like share close to 100 हो गए होंगे अभी तक, लेकिन hopefully we'll get to 100 very soon. The problem with attackers who have pace is that if the opponent blocks the spaces in between and don't give them space behind, they become kind of ineffective unless that player has some other attribute. Yeah, fair enough. So वही है. In other words, Warner is predictable. अरे Italy with nice run यार, Italy with a nice run. I like that play जो इटली ने किया ना अभी, वो लगा 1-2, लेकिन भाई साहब कटबैक किया भाई. He didn't even expect it. क्या ही तो बोलूं मैं, क्या बोलूं भाई. Pellegrini is decent भाई. Pellegrini is one of them I really look up to watching any game, you know. He's really good. I think if Leva moves to Liverpool, it'll be win-win for both teams. What if Leva moves to Chelsea? Even that'll be win-win for both teams. Smash the likes, absolutely. Thanks, Patara United. Bhaiya, how strong are rumors of Gnabry to Real? It is for real. It is for real. Being a Madridista, I'm really excited about it. You should be. You should be. A great one. Mohak Bhai in the house. I don't know if it's real Mohak, but I'm pretty sure it's Mohak Bhai. I know Mohak Bhai, आप कर रहे होगा watch along. If you're free, let me know. Message करिए. It'll be great to have you on as well. But yes, always good to have, you know, Mohak Bhai. If he's free, let me know. भज्जी अपोलोजाइज टू श्रीशांत. क्या आज हुआ क्या वापस? पता नहीं यार, ये आई एम नॉट श्योर कि आज हुआ है, बट आई थिंक ये पहले हो चुका है नहीं. आई थिंक ही प्रॉब्ली अपोलोजाइज बिफोर इटसेल्फ. आई माइट बी रॉन्ग, लेकिन नहीं है. यहाँ पर वर्नर एंड लाइप्जिग हैड पोल्सन who would help him physically there. Okay, fair enough. He used his pace. Chelsea bought Lukaku. I bought he would have lethal. Well, exactly. So Poulsen and Werner were your two strikers, with Werner playing off Poulsen. It hasn't happened in Chelsea. Lukaku और Werner कितने बार साथ में खेले? Leave apart Lukaku not being able to do it. How many times? Please tell me, Krishna and anyone in the chat, कि कितने बार Werner और Lukaku साथ में खेले? तो I think in a strange way you would say, yeah, you can point out कि Thomas Tuchel की गलती थी, absolutely. लेकिन यार at the same time, do you really say that? Because has Werner done even otherwise itna, matlab even you know, otherwise like he's expected to do more, right, being Werner. So I would say matlab dono ki application has not been much, Lukaku and Werner. That's the main problem. ड्रॉगबा कितना खुश हुआ था उसकी ट्रांसफर से, पूरा हक दिया लुकाकू ने, इवन अपने. अच्छा, यहाँ पर उत्कर्ष मैं थोड़ा सा याद दिलाना चाहूंगा. इन हिज वेरी फर्स्ट सीजन देयर वर टाइम्स व्हेन ड्रॉगबा वाज फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग. मैं झूठ नहीं बोलूंगा. There were times when he was frustrating in the league. Yes, he was a different kind of striker. बहुत ही antics, बहुत ही सारा चुई जैसे, despite his strength. And then so slowly but steadily, you know, the fans warmed to him, right? Absolutely. ऐसा नहीं कि पहले ही Diego Costa का होता. Diego Costa, the first strike he had for Chelsea and Burnley, wow, he's arrived. Fans loved him. That wasn't the case with Drogba. I'll tell you very honestly speaking. Okay, maybe because मैं थोड़ा old school at the time, I like Idea Gudjohnsen. I really liked Hasselbank and even Crespo for that matter, right? लेकिन हाँ, Drogba ने थोड़ा टाइम लिया था. एट द सेम टाइम he did speak about Marseille very very highly. ठीक है, very very highly. But वही है, there's a very thin line as to wanting to be away and just praising a whole team, right? तो वही है, मतलब he needs to be knowing. Lukaku is not a kid. He needs to know that. लेकिन भाई Rudiger keeping a lot of the possession for Germany, although it's just for side passing. मतलब बैक फोर में आई वाज होपिंग कि ही भी टेस्ट से ज्यादा, लेकिन हाँ इटली है तो आई वोंट जज टू मच आज. सुलह पेस पहली बार देख रहा हूँ. इटली के सामने कोई भी पेस है भाई. अरे गोल होने वाला था. आई थिंक इट वाज व्हाट, गोरेत्स्का क्या? गोरेत्स्का वाज अ शॉट, लेकिन नाइस क्लियरेंस बाय इटली. मुलर मुलर था कि गोरेत्स्का था? मुलर था शायद. यार मुलर और गोरेत्स्का तो अलग लगने चाहिए भाई. गोरेत्स्का तो इतना वेल बिल्ट है. कोई नहीं, मतलब मैं शायद चश्मा नहीं पहन रहा ना शायद, इसलिए मुझे सेम लग रहे हैं. आई डोंट नो. व्हाट अबाउट इकार्डी? इकार्डी इज वन मोर हाथ जोड़ू टाइप्स. रॉन्ग एटीट्यूड. यहाँ पर गोल होगा नहीं यार, छक्का. बढ़िया छक्का यहाँ पर. टॉक अबाउट गोरेत्स्का, अभी आए गोरेत्स्का मारे छक्का. लेकिन यार इकार्डी वाज ब्रिलियंट व्हेन ही वाज एट इंटर, राइट? ही वाज ब्रिलियंट. लेकिन आई डिडंट सी हिम इवन गेटिंग चांसेस, और जब भी मिला यार हक दिया था उसने. हक दिया था, प्रॉपर हगा था. सो आई डोंट सी एनीथिंग हैपनिंग विद इकार्डी, रियली स्पीकिंग. आई डोंट थिंक सो यार. चेल्सी एब्सोल्युटली नहीं. मतलब he again attitude was question as well, just so you know. Both are Inter and PSG. Yeah? Dembele deal in jeopardy again. Chelsea already contacting between Bowen, but West Ham refusing to sell as his contract goes till 2025. Interesting. So basically Chelsea ने सोच लिया एक लेफ्ट फुटेड अटैकर लाने का. Interesting. अद्वै सोर्स बताइए अद्वै, if you can just share the source. I'll try and share it as well. Whom do you prefer, Richarlison or Rafinha for starting 11 in Brazil squad? Both are different. Richarlison plays as a striker or left winger. Rafinha plays as a right winger. I don't know, man. मतलब हाँ, I know going by how the team is, only one will be picked. लेकिन at the same time, I think on merit, surely it has to be Rafinha. मतलब मैं तो बोलूँगा Rafinha. आप बोलोगे Richarlison? यार, for me Richarlison, he is kind of an enigma for me. हाँ, बहुत talent है, but still, I think I'm not like kind of convinced. चलो, फतेह is joining us in 5 minutes, people. Just to let you know. यहाँ पर मैं देख रहा हूँ. चलो कोई नहीं. I just got the message for the same. Okay. तो डेली मेल अच्छा फिनिश आर्टिकल देता है. Ten Hag will create half an orange at Man United with Bergwijn rumors strong. Yeah, half orange. Okay. So basically, Bergwijn to United नहीं लग रहा. बर्गवाइन तो आयाक्स ही होगा यार. मुझे लग रहा है वो लास्ट टाइम भी ट्राई किए थे, हो भी जाता. वो जस्ट लास्ट मिनट में ना कैसे गोल मार दिया था बर्गवाइन ने. याद है आपको लेस्टर के साथ? व्हाट अ लास्ट मिनट गोल. व्हाट अ काइंड ऑफ सीन जो हुआ था ना. ब्रिलियंट सीन्स प्रीमियर लीग में. लेकिन अगेन आई वुड से लाइक आई विल बी रियली सरप्राइज्ड इफ बर्गवाइन गोस टू मैन यूनाइटेड. कम ऑन. He is someone who probably wants more minutes. He is not going to get starting minutes in United, surely. Elanga is going to be there, who understands the team. Maybe, I don't know, Mason Greenwood, if he comes back. Sancho is there. Rashford probably under new manager will come back. So I think I have my doubts. अगर मैं Bergwijn होता तो मैं Ajax जाता. Ajax might lose on the other hand Anthony. So वहाँ पर direct replacement होंगे despite him being right-footed. Do you think Fabian Ruiz good option for Arsenal? Yes, Fabian Ruiz generally is a good option. मैं तो बोलता हूँ भाई Chelsea भी, why not? Fabian Ruiz भाई, not a bad option at all. हाँ, he's not like that class player of a top side and all those things. लेकिन भाई in Italy has done decently. Yeah, for me Fabian Ruiz has always been underrated. Decent player who can play DM. As in pretty sure I would take Fabian Ruiz. I think for Arsenal, why not? But who's going from Arsenal in midfield though? Granit Xhaka, is it? Okay, so Binayak, Mancini ने बोला है कि he is looking to start afresh. He's looking to basically rebuild the team. He's looking for new ideas, or maybe he will kind of freshen the things up. So जो हुआ था फिनलिस्मा के परफॉर्मेंस के बाद, इट वाज क्वाइट ऑब्वियस दैट ही विल मेक इन द चेंजेस. लेकिन इतने चेंजेस मैं एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करता. वो मैं सच बोलता हूँ. सुआरेज को ले सकते हैं क्या? बिकॉज 2 से 3 साल है, तब तक कोई स्ट्राइकर तैयार हो जाएगा. मे बी हालैंड का ट्रांसफर विल बी पॉसिबल. नहीं यार. sorry if you are expecting me to say yes, no I don't. Suarez, let me put it this way भाई, मतलब he's not even a Zlatan. मतलब क्या ही बोलूं. I know totally different players, but in terms of temperament I was trying to say कि maybe he can play that role. लेकिन नहीं यार, he's not your leader element also, really, if you ask me. So I would not want Suarez. But I would go for experienced players like maybe a Giroud back even, but not Suarez. I'm just putting it out there. It wasn't real mode. Okay, fair enough. No problem. Ankit Bhaiya, as a Qul, at least, यार ये Qul होता है कि कूलर होता है? Aritra, by the way, अच्छा लगा यार, आप आए, बहुत दिनों बाद आए हो. Nice to see you, but yes, give 2-3 points for which I can be happy. Because अरे क्यों भाई, क्यों sadness क्यों है? You will, I have said today that you will get Lewandowski first of all. ठीक है, I am literally seeing that Lewandowski ने बोला है यार वो बारसा चाह रहा है, तो you will get Lewandowski. You will certainly get one centre half. I am seeing क्या लोग बोल रहे हैं कुंडे भाई इतने पैसे नहीं आने वाले, और अगर जाओगे भी तो इतना यंग सेंटर हाफ के लिए क्यों जाओगे? तो आई थिंक विल गो फॉर कूलीबाली. Koulibaly, one of Koulibaly or PK will play every game. Okay, you will have basically one centre half next to him. That can be Araujo, most probably, and you have basically a striker in Aubameyang slash Lewandowski. Come on, that's brilliant. हाँ, winger में there might be a problem on the right wing. लेकिन Ferran Torres can play on the right wing if Ansu Fati is fit. It's a great squad, man. It's a great squad. What are you saying? Come on. I think I have. I think I have. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm guessing it's you. But anyway, let's see. ब्राजील की कैम्प में रिचार्लिसन की लड़ाई हो गई विनी, डैनी एल्वेस, नेमार, लूकस पकेटा के साथ. अरे भाई साहब, लूकस पकेटा लड़ाई हो गई, कौन पिटा होगा? इंटरेस्टिंग. अरे अगेन आई गेसिंग जीशान भाई. जीशान भाई आप नहीं हो तो आप मैसेज कर दो, बट आई एम प्रीटी श्योर इट्स जीशान भाई. लेकिन हाँ, गुड टू ऑलवेज सी यू, बिग अप. एंड बाय द वे पीपल, एज इन अगेन, great kind of following he got for the finalissima, quite deserved. लेकिन again hopefully हम वापस मिलेंगे. If it's not the real Zishan bhai, फिर भी big up to Talk Football HD. Leva to Chelsea is win for Chelsea, but Liverpool is giving Mane as well now. But if you guys sign Dembele, Leva and Neymar, नहीं आने वाले यार इतने सब है यार, इतने लोग नहीं आने वाले. चेल्सी फुटबॉल क्लब, यहाँ पर देखो साने विद अ नाइस चांस, और वापस पिंग पोंग खेलते हुए इटली, लेकिन बचा लिए वापस. somehow they defended. लेकिन हाँ, you really think so? Chelsea is going to get Dembele, Leva and Neymar in the same window? You really think so? 100% नहीं. मैं अभी लिख कर बोलता हूँ, we will not get Dembele, Lewandowski and Neymar. ठीक है, एट बेस्ट हमको 2 मिलेंगे 3 में से, लेकिन रियलिस्टिकली हमको एक ही मिलेगा 3 में से, और दैट इज प्रॉब्ली Dembele. मैं तो बोलता हूँ. देखते हैं. नो हार्ड स्टफ, बट यस, मोस्टली इंटर के स्ट्राइकर्स फॉर्मर हमेशा कंट्रोवर्सी में क्यों होते हैं? Football tweaks, if you can just tell me some names with examples, maybe I can tell you what exactly happened, if I can remember. Warner is nice wing play और नहीं, इसलिए not a winger. He tried to beat, dribble करने की कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन नहीं यार Warner क्यों अपील कर रहे हो भाई? बॉल चले गया बाहर, क्यों अपील कर रहे हो? क्लियरली बॉल बाहर गया, it's a goal kick. What are you appealing for? And that's embarrassing, man, from Warner. Again, you might not think I'm a Chelsea fan the way I kind of put galis to Warner, but honestly मैं बोलता हूँ भाई, ये अभी ये कोई देखा है, वो बाहर गई थी क्लियरली बॉल, वो अपना टाइम खोटी क्यों कर रहा था? लाइन्समैन से क्यों लड़ रहा था? प्लीज टेल मी समवन. Sold Stanford Bridge too far. Richarlison to be banned by Premier League for throwing flare in the stands. Okay, हाँ ये तो it was expected as well. यार ये कौन सा ट्रांसफर बुकीज है saying Madrid might sign Richarlison as Mbappe's replacement? नहीं चाहिए भाई, रख लो एवर्टन में. नहीं, वो तो रूमर है. Don't buy that. I'll tell you who's a good fit. I'll tell you honestly, मैं बोलूँ सच में है यार. If you want to replace Mbappe and you don't want Mbappe in future, मैं तो अभी बोलता हूँ keep that space. Mbappe आएगा 2-3 साल में, मैं बोल रहा हूँ. लेकिन अगर बाई चांस नहीं चाहिए, यहाँ पर इटली का अच्छा चांस, लेकिन हक दिया वाइड. इटली का बहुत मुश्किल से चांस बना था, लेकिन यार I think Fratesi is a new guy. He's probably playing off the right hand flank, लेकिन नहीं. तो yeah, one guy who is probably fitting Real Madrid the gameplay for me is Christopher Nkunku. Arey, nice shot. Oh bhai sahab, it is the post. Skamaka with a nice shot. Gnabry gave the ball away. I have to say, Gnabry not good defending, huh, Bayu? ये पुलिसिक तो लिवरपूल क्यों आ रहा है? सबने नहीं. Germany playing good, Ankit bhai. अरे Germany is playing good, but I think like Italy जो last 5 मिनट कर रही है ना भाई, they might just snatch a goal the way it's going. Germany are probably a little bit overconfident और मेरे को लगता है changes दरकार होगी after 60 minutes अगर नहीं मिलता उन्हें goal, because I feel that Italy are slowly but surely getting into the game थोड़ा बहुत. Uh, लेकिन यस आई डोंट नो मैन, जी भाई आप वॉच अलोंग नहीं कर रहे हो क्या आज? अगर नहीं कर रहे हो तो इफ यू आर द रियल टॉक फुटबॉल एचडी प्लीज लेट मी नो. अगर आप आओगे तो ब्रिलियंट रहेगा है भाई, मतलब साथ में देखते हैं. इन केस यू आर फ्री लेट मी नो, और इफ यू वांट टू जस्ट take a chill pill, so be it. Big up to you again, and big up to Mohbba as well, who would come. But again, Christopher Nkunku is the closest person to Mbappe, I think, in kind of world football. That's just my opinion. अरे अरे जी भाई है, जी भाई is telling me he's just confirmed it's him. Cool. चलो I'm just messaging him. Let me know if you want to come in. ठीक है. यहाँ पर फतेह भी आ रहे हैं by the way. चलो Fateh is here, so let's get in Fateh. Yes, Fateh, I see you absolutely. I was just kind of messaging Zishan here. How are you?
Yo, man, what's up? Why is Italy not winning? Why are
Italy,
the reigning
Skamaka had a
European?
great chance. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't.
अच्छा स्कमाका ने एक मारा, मतलब काफी लॉन्ग शॉट था, लेकिन आई थिंक इट वाज जस्ट लो काइंड ऑफ अ बैकलिफ्ट, लेकिन स्टिल ही टुक द शॉट, इट हिट द पोस्ट. बढ़िया
Okay.
चांस था, मतलब आई थिंक दैट वाज द क्लोजेस्ट दे केम.
Hmm.
अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट दे हैव हैड सम गुड काउंटर्स, लेकिन वही है लास्ट पास ऑफसाइड हो जा रहा है. मेनली दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम,
This
लेकिन
is a
एज
what I
एक्सपेक्टेड
know.
जर्मनी इज गेम टू लूज.
What I know is this is a very young Italy team. Like no veterans from the Euros are playing.
ओके ओके. मतलब आई थिंक इट्स एन एक्सपेरिमेंट, would it be fair to say?
Because see, what the tried and tested did not work in the finalissimo. So this is what they have to do, and it's going to be a very steep climb because I don't think these youngsters have that sort of quality just yet. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Skamaka, I think Fratesi is playing. He was heavily linked with Inter, and then Inter sort of said, okay, no, because he was not as good in the second half of the season as he was, I think, at the start. So it'll be a very steep climb for Italy.
No, but you know what? They are slowly but surely getting into the game. मतलब they are
Getting into
just growing. मैं मुझे देख रहा है भाई. आपको पता रहेगा Fratesi. How do you rate Fratesi? Fratesi is, I think, if I'm not wrong, I've not seen him play for Italy. I might be wrong. Sassuolo का है central
Yeah,
midfielder
I
David
think this is
David
his
Fratesi.
might be his first or second start. I think he's not been playing. So this has been his breakthrough season.
ये गोल होगा.
Linked
गोल
very
होगा
heavily
शायद.
with. Oh my God, that's a goal. Oh,
Oh man,
what are they doing?
literally they're playing ping pong. ये गोल.
Oh,
अरे नहीं. What was Germany trying? What did they wanted to pass?
yeah,
For eternity or what?
being too cute.
I think they were literally showboating यार. मतलब I
Yeah,
think
this pull the trigger.
शॉट क्यों नहीं लिए भाई पहले?
Ah,
Warner, अच्छा, did you people see that? Warner, the ball hit his chest by chance, और ये
yeah.
ऐसे दिखा रहा है बॉल दो यहाँ पर. Really भाई, मतलब the confidence you have. Fateh knows it, man. जी भाई, that was absolutely भाई, it was जी भाई 100%. कंफर्म किया जी भाई ने, लेकिन हाँ, Skamaka and Raspadori are chilling. अरे Raspadori मैं काफी सरप्राइज जो for me Raspadori had to start.
Hmm.
डेफिनेटली मेरे ख्याल से रास्पदोरी और स्कमाका का जो ट्यूनिंग है ना फॉर द क्लब,
Yeah.
दैट शुड हैव बीन यूज्ड. और मैं काफी सरप्राइज हूँ कि आई नो पेलेग्रिनी इज ब्रिलियंट, लेकिन पोलिटानो स्टार्टिंग. पोलिटानो वाज ही नॉट इंजर्ड?
Politano was injured, and he's a very up and down, cold and hot and cold player for Napoli. I mean, even for Inter, he has his moments, but I think maybe because I think Raspadori started the last game, he was not anything special in that.
well, let's see, man. मतलब I think Fateh is like accepted now, right? Otherwise is like taking a pun. Lekin Fateh is accepted with Italy, being in the transition phase, right?
Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, this is normal Italy. Like, whenever we do, this is how Italy is. You see, World Cup 94, I think I told you, Euro 96, they were out in the group stages. Euro 2000
Mm-hmm.
finals, World Cup 2002 out in round of 16. Euro 2004 out group stages, World Cup 2006 they win. Euro 2008, nothing special. Quarterfinals, World Cup 2010, group stages, 2014 group stages, Euro 2012 final. So it's
Yeah.
going to be like this.
It's
Like
kind of very मतलब एक chalk and cheese वाला मामला हो गया almost, right?
yeah,
North Pole
and
South Pole
don't
वाला.
see with Italy what will happen even in this decade is uh,
Uh-huh.
they'll play as a team, they'll play as a unit, and you'll suddenly see in one tournament Italy's in the final. That is
Hmm.
a given. Like
I
underdog
think
could
I
become
think would it be fair कि यार by the way before I come to the comment Zishan भाई बोल रहे हैं first start for Fettes. He's just confirming that. Thanks Z भाई, but he's been very good natural midfielder, 22-year-old, one to look out for, but I'd go with Zaniolo again. जो Zaniolo का जो end of the season था, you have to say that probably it's a great shout because मतलब मैं थोड़ा सा surprised हूँ that Zaniolo even in Finalissima I was surprised कि Tonali wasn't playing. I was
Tonali.
expecting Tonali to be in that game. If you remember, हमने discuss किया था.
I think he picked a knock, or was it something like that? That he was not even in
अच्छा,
the
maybe,
maybe
maybe,
like something.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, just coming to Fateh's point ना, मतलब Italy is one side ना मेरे लिए, मतलब they ride on their passion a lot. मतलब एक होता
yeah,
है ना एक team spirit passion. उस पर आप देखो 2006 का वर्ल्ड कप भी जो जीते थे,
yeah,
honestly how many had actually tipped Italy to win?
yeah.
Correct.
And the Calciopoli scandal had taken place. So
एग्जैक्टली मतलब दैट वाज प्रॉब्ली दी टीम यू वुड से कि नहीं यार दे आर नॉट वन जुट, ये नहीं है, लेकिन वही है आपका यूरोज भी सेम चीज था.
yeah,
योर ग्रुप स्टेज गॉट यू टुगेदर एंड देन
yeah,
जस्ट द मोमेंटम गॉट यू, मतलब in a qualification phase again there are arguments saying that a team which wins the Euros automatically should get a buy in the World Cup. Like come on,
no,
I think it's a bit too much क्योंकि
too
यार
much.
इतने सारे countries है, they kind of slog, so it's not fair. Unlike a Champions League which happens every year, you cannot do that, नहीं?
But in the 48 team tournament, the next World Cup has 48 teams. तो
हम्म.
उसमें तो क्या मतलब उसमें तो फिर everybody is there. I think India will be in the World Cup in 10-20 years. You know, imagine Ankit, imagine a co-host. Japan and Korea co-host another tournament because if you
Uh-huh.
remember, I think that World Cup China qualified because there was nobody left. So if China can do it, maybe 20 years down the line,
See,
India.
again, if you see the rankings, India are not there, right? In the
No,
first 50 as well.
no,
So
no.
if you go by that, it is still difficult. Well, I know, as in for someone like for us, it's easy to say, but
Yeah,
trust me, you know it very well. Yeah? I know you're like kind of being optimistic there. Like,
yeah.
honestly, मुझे लगता
नहीं.
नहीं कि it will be as easy. मतलब it'll always be a process. एक
Yeah,
process होगा, और I think again, you being an Italy fan, me being a Netherlands fan, हम दोनों ही बता सकते हैं. Netherlands also has kind of skipped tournaments, boss.
yeah, 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 yeah.
ठीक है, तो it's the process, that process में we're not so good, and that shows the lack of quality in terms of consistency. But yeah, यहाँ पर अंकित भैया, please talk about Thomas Tuchel. Do you think he's Pep and Klopp level manager? Yeah, again, it's difficult, or it's not fair to kind of put them in that bracket. Because again, firstly, Klopp or Pep के पास इतने सारे साल थे in the Premier League. I don't think Thomas Tuchel has got that. So in the Premier League, one cannot compare right now. It's really not fair. But at the same time, in Europe, you would argue that यार भाई उसने किया है, उसने tactics के हिसाब से किया है. He is one great tactician. Everyone kind of respects him. But putting in that bracket of Klopp and Pep is difficult, especially Pep. Klopp तो चलो फिर भी I would argue maybe just about. Nothing against Klopp and Liverpool, but I'm just
Tuchel
putting.
reached the final with PSG also, right?
Exactly, he reached the final with PSG as well. Like, and again, in terms of overall, obviously those two managers are far above, right? Absolutely. Neuer renewed with Bayern. अरे भाई, Neuer तो मतलब he never. And same goes for Kimmich. There were calls of juicy Kimmich in Premier League. Right? I really doubt, man. I really doubt.
I don't think
Jorginho
so.
in Finissima was absolutely भाई. Jorginho, I think Messi ने एक statement मारा था ना कि in the first half it was difficult because Jorginho wasn't in his normal place. वो मेरे ख्याल से out of respect था काफी, क्योंकि Jorginho had taken a lot of flack. It's about protecting a co-star, simply put. लेकिन हाँ, I agree 100% Z by that. Jorginho was really sad, man. Or maybe मतलब, would you say that Italy team in general did not look as motivated as the Argentinian team?
Totally,
Would that be
totally.
fair
Like
to say?
I was see, look, I as a fan of the Azzurri, and for us the season is over. Like I didn't know the Nations League is on till you told me. Okay, I didn't know the Finalissimo is on, and that's how Italian fans are also behaving. Like nobody knows about
इंटरेस्ट
this.
इंटरेस्ट निकल गया, राइट, थोड़ा होता
Yeah,
है.
and see, it's Jorginho. Like all these players, they've had such a grueling season. Now to put them in the Nations League, is that right? Like when are they going to have a break? Next season, I think, starts early August for everybody. And November,
Hmm.
December is the World Cup. So where is the break? Like, what is this season that's going to come up? And I think
Yeah.
this was the
I mean,
right time
by
to
the
have these.
way, coming back to the game, I'm just thinking, why are Germany trying to pass the ball to eternity? यार भाई मतलब you have Timo Werner, let him make the runs. You have one pass, you have Kimmich एक ball try क्यों नहीं कर रहे ज़्यादा? मतलब थोड़ा सा surprising है. मतलब for me, Italy has had a structure, लेकिन थोड़ा सा I feel Germany are trying to pass a little bit too much. लेकिन हाँ, टोनाली भी slow है. Like generally मैं बोलता हूँ जी भाई and again Fateh, I think most of the players in Nations League have looked slower than the season, and
Slower,
obviously
yeah.
they've had a long season. अच्छा हाफ टाइम हो गया भाई. I have to say I was underwhelmed in this half. The I think एक moment होगा, कौन सा moment होगा? Maybe Skamaka का shot, or you would say that uh, Timo Werner trying to show that give me the ball, but छक्का मार दिया. वो वाला point.
Leroy Sané had that chance, I think.
Leroy Sané again, he has kind of switched flanks a bit. Hopefully in second half he's more effective. लेकिन yeah, he's looked pacier than others for sure. हाँ,
But
Gnabry by the way had a brilliant kind of a as in dribble, and he beat almost three players. That was a good one as well. Gilmore loan linked to Everton if it doesn't impress. Tuchel in pre-season contracts last year will get one more sleep. अरे यार आई होप गिलमोर यार लैम्पार्ड कितने लोग को लेगा. आई रिस्पेक्ट लैम्पार्ड, आई लव हिम टू द कोर. भाई तू एशली कोल को ले लिया और मत लो भाई, हो गया. बट अपने प्लेयर्स और मैनेजर को मत लो प्लीज. गिलमोर नीड्स टू बी इन चेल्सी बिकॉज अगर वो नहीं आएगा तो इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस टू शिफ्ट टू अ 4-3-3 if we are even planning to, because I don't think we're going to sign two DMs now. So he is one DM for sure who's a backup I thought.
so what is
uh,
Chelsea's market going to be like?
हाँ तो मैंने वही एक ट्रांसफर शो किया था 3 घंटे पहले ना. जहां
Okay.
तक मुझे लगता है ना, देखो एक तो लोग बोल रहे हैं सोसा एक स्काउट किया स्टुटगार्ट से, ठीक है, जो क्रोएशिया के लिए खेला खेला था रात में. लेकिन फॉर मी ही इज नॉट अ स्टार्टर एट चेल्सी. हाँ वी डोंट नीड अ स्टार्टर. बेन चिलवेल इज देयर, बट अगेन वुड यू से बेन चिलवेल क्या गारंटी है कि ही विल कम बैक टू फुल फिटनेस इन द वेरी फर्स्ट मंथ? दैट्स माय मेन क्वेश्चन मार्क. I'm hoping and praying. I would actually, I don't mind Emerson. Matlab, I always felt that Emerson has, I know that he's not a world class defender or something like that. Like, the
But
best
going
part about
forward,
Emerson is he can play left wing back, he can play left back, four at the back, five at the back. Mein, or he's been at Chelsea a long time. He kind of understands the club DNA. और ऐसा नहीं है कि यार he throws tantrums वो सब नहीं है. तो I would rather have Emerson. Because हाँ अगर पैसे होते बहुत सारे तो I would have gone that. लेकिन I think main guys are centre backs, two centre backs डेफिनेटली. तो एक तो कुलीबाली बाय द वे लास्ट 48 आवर्स में वापस से चेल्सी स्ट्रॉन्गर लिंक्स आ रहे हैं बिकॉज मेंडी ने बात की है सेनेगल काइंड ऑफ एंगल राइट. तो वो हो सकता है. लेकिन द अदर वन जूल्स कुंडे लग रहा है अगर वो मान जाते हैं 60 मिलियन यूरोस. आई डोंट थिंक उससे ज्यादा करेंगे हम. And anyway, Jules Kounde is not worth that. I really feel that he's good, but not worth 60 million. But anyway, that's the market. डीएम डेफिनेटली चाहिए हमें. अब दैट इज द बिगेस्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर मी. आई नो स्ट्राइकर लुकाकू का बड़ा क्वेश्चन है सबके मुंह में, लेकिन आई थिंक फॉर मी डीएम वी आर नॉट गेटिंग टू मेनी डीएम सरप्राइजिंगली. तो इज इट दैट जॉर्जिनियो विल कंटिन्यू टू बी द डीएम? आई रियली डाउट सो. आई रियली होप नॉट, as much as I respect the guy. ठीक है. तो मुझे लगता है भाई डीएम अगर नहीं मिले ना तो वी विल बी गोइंग विद द सेम काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर एंड विल टेक अ
yeah.
लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन. वी हैव टू काइंड ऑफ प्रेस द रीसेट बटन क्विकर. और एक विंगर डेम्बेले. अद्वै ने अभी बोला है कि बवन फ्रॉम वेस्ट हैम वी आर आल्सो इंटरेस्टेड इन. लेकिन अगेन रफीनिया वी वर इंटरेस्टेड इन ऑब्वियसली. स्टर्लिंग नेमार तो मुझे नहीं लगता सच है, लेकिन अगेन वी वर देवर लिंक्स. राफेल लियाओ वाज अ नेम, लेकिन अगेन आई डोंट सी दैट्स रियल एज वेल
I don't think, yeah,
क्योंकि
because I
बेटर
think
क्लब्स विल गो फॉर हिम.
now they will keep this year at least they'll keep.
नहीं
And
नहीं, इफ ही गोज ही विल गो टू अ वेरी टॉप क्लब, अदरवाइज ही विल नॉट गो. आई एग्री विद यू.
but Ankit, please, Chelsea is a very top club. Come on.
नहीं मैंने अच्छा यार अपने क्लब को वेरी टॉप, मैंने से वेरी टॉप क्लब द चैंपियंस ऑफ यूरोप, करंट चैंपियंस ऑफ यूरोप
No,
हो
I
गए,
think
रियल मैड्रिड हो गए.
no, money that they want is 100 million. Like they are
या
very clear, 80 plus million. So I don't think Chelsea should spend that on one player. Like after this Lukaku thing,
एग्जैक्टली. सो
you know,
अगेन वी मे नॉट हैव दैट मनी, प्लस द फैक्ट
yeah,
दैट when I say top club I mean league wise, we
somebody
have
who
not been
spends.
there.
Yeah.
We have not been there, let's be honest about it. As much as मैं बोलूं कि we were champions of Europe, we are champions of the world, we are not probably one of the top four clubs in the world right now. It's a real thing, right? In terms of the entire larger picture, in terms of the money, in terms of basically the consistency, in terms of basically the stability of the club, in terms of even the history, everything put together, right? So when players are choosing, they will not choose Chelsea based on that, on those criteria, compared to what it was, say maybe in the peak Mourinho and peak Ancelotti times when they were at Chelsea under Roman. So वही थोड़ा difference है where we are rebuilding. तो rebuilding phase में हो जाता है, तो even players are thinking twice.
Yeah.
So especially young players will be better off going to a more stable club is what they will think. So that's where I see a Real Madrid we are not able to compete with. Obviously, Rudiger is an answer, right? और भी काफी kind of links है, लेकिन again Neymar I can still understand to some extent. चलो यार, nice to always see you Z भाई, all respect. People by chance talk football HD को नहीं किया है तो कर दीजिए, pretty sure आप लोग ने किया है, but Z भाई all respect to you and hopefully मिलेंगे जल्दी. And yes, definitely yeah, great to see you take a break, and I know how much hard he worked, but absolutely brilliant man to have him. Yeah, UEFA killing players, he has a point. He had a point, absolutely great point
Yeah.
here, absolutely.
Absolutely. Like
Uh,
yesterday, I think France lost, Belgium lost. Kevin De Bruyne had already come in and said, "Why is the Nations League like? What's the point of this?" I mean, I think I don't get the point of this. I've still not understood how the Nations League teams are making the Euros. Like it's
yeah. Wait, other way, I'm just asking you for the source. If you can just confirm this one, I wouldn't try. I wouldn't like to really talk about much because this one I would like to have a proper source. Okay, I don't believe in this, to be very honest about it, Advait. So please confirm me the source and respect you for sharing it. How can Sane be so bad? Please answer.
yeah. So I think what's like Sane. I remember the Manchester City version, and I don't think
Correct.
at ever he has been in that level at that level at Bayern. Like it's never been like that, right? So was that injury that
I think it's been bits and pieces. मतलब मैं
bits
देखा,
and pieces?
I think Salzburg वाले second leg में he was really good, for
Yeah.
example. But again, I agree with you. I think it was just the confidence also took a hit. यार वो Pep ने, I genuinely believe, I was surprised a lot of times that Sane used to not start.
Hmm.
Sane was that brilliant. Like the way, okay, let's put it that way. Maybe because Foden is English, but I really believe, I genuinely believe that Sane at City was as good as Foden is today. I really believe that. Pata nahi, maybe I'm a little bit more biased towards, old school Robin kind of players, which probably Sane reminds me of. Lekin I certainly believe that he उसका जो ceiling था बहुत high था and he's fallen off. But अभी भी if you actually see ना Angel and Fateh as well, if you really compare him with other wingers around the world, he's still there. It's
Is
just
true.
that his ceiling was much higher, तो हमारे expectations ज़्यादा थे. हाँ, his consistency was always questioned. I don't think his skill is a problem. I don't think his finishing, yes, he needs to improve on, but I think he's still a very good player. It's either like you get superb Sane or you get him to miss chances for fun. वो थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, विच विल कम यार, ही इज स्टिल वेरी यंग ना. तो मेरा तो वही है, मतलब ही also I don't know, like I like him more on the left hand side. The fact that managers keep switching his flank,
Hmm.
I think probably he's not that kind of a player. He's probably more naturally left footed. Guedes and Gaia double swoop for 24 million as Gattuso wants money to work with. They are definitely able backups if not starters. By the way, you know where Gattuso is heading, right?
Yeah, Valencia.
भाई साहब, क्या 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 लगता है, will he do a Neville?
See, I think no. I think Gattuso is Gattuso. It's so interesting that people don't give him the kind of respect that I think he deserves. See, he won the Coppa Italia with Napoli. He was within about 30 minutes of making the Champions League with Milan. So he sort of started this process for Milan. They were really bad. He came in and he's somebody who has that passion, that grinta, something like Simeone. I mean, okay, tactically he might not be the very best. He keeps it simple that way. But he has that passion on the touchline. He'll get those young players fighting for the shirt. And I think Valencia, it's such a big club. I mean, two Champions League finals, I've seen them grow up. They won the UEFA Cup. They won the league twice. I think I remember seeing them win it twice under Benitez. So I mean, you want to see that club be back, and I think he'll do well. I think they'll probably finish somewhere between seventh, eighth, something like that. So definitely not Neville, man. I think Neville was too raw. He should have started at a smaller club and then gone there. That really didn't work out. And I think Gattuso language will not be a problem. Spanish and Italian are not for Neville. That was a big problem.
अच्छा.
Yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
think language.
Is a certainly fair point. Why is everyone hating on Lukaku? He just wants the ball back after his first just landed in Milan.
No, I read the numbers today. That Chelsea want 20 to 25 million for the 1 year loan, and then 75 million. So Inter Milan, there's no chance of at Inter Milan that will not happen. Like that budget, 25
See,
million is not the budget, Ankit.
that's not the problem, Fateh. You know what is the problem? The
Yeah,
problem is Lukaku again. You know
yeah,
why?
again, yeah, yeah,
तो
absolutely.
कल एक जर्नलिस्ट ने पूछा उसको कि यार क्या
Huh,
है, मतलब सीन बता दो थोड़ा। तो
huh,
बोलता है नो कमेंट। भाई उसको मौका था टू क्लियर आउट थिंग्स।
hmm.
व्हाई डज ही डू दैट? स्पेकुलेशन का मौका क्यों दे रहा है लोगों को?
No,
He's
I
just
don't
full
know
over.
what has happened behind the dressing room. What has happened in the dressing room? I don't know. Like what suddenly changed? Because see, at the start, I remember he scored a goal against Zenit Saint Petersburg. He had
हाँ,
like
and
five.
Arsenal, Aston Villa, he had a
Yeah.
brilliant start, in fact.
So up until his injury, he was doing so well. So what happened at that stage that suddenly things just? But
पता
I
नहीं
still
यार,
feel like you should at least keep him for one more season. You should tell him that we're not letting you go.
see, even
What?
if we don't kind of keep him, who is there to replace him? People are saying Havertz and Broha, we should be brave, we should be promoting. Fair enough. Lekin, why can't three strikers play in a squad which plays 60 games a season? Absolutely, they can.
They
Absolutely.
can.
They
They
can
can.
be
They can.
managed better. So I feel there was a question mark to Tuchel. I would agree with this also. कि लास्ट
Yeah.
में थोड़ा ज्यादा खिलाना चाहिए था so that he would have been more ready for an FA Cup final, or because of which that substitution was key when that
Hmm.
foolish thing happened about bringing on Loftus-Cheek then bringing on Barkley. वो सब होता ही नहीं अगर लुकाकू खेलता खेलता 120 minutes, right? लेकिन
Hmm.
back to Lukaku, he was the guy who started off. You're right. As in behind the scenes, probably something has happened, but
Something has
boss,
happened.
he was supposed to be the leader. Whatever
Yeah.
happened, you talk it out, bro. Be a man. You just
Yeah.
talk it out. You were a leader at Inter Milan. You were bought for a reason. We could have
Yeah.
easily gone for Vlahovic at the time. We did not because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
believed in Lukaku project.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, man. I don't know what to say. We're
Really.
also not top four. Ankit Bhaiya, Oil Club soon will be top four. Okay, that's a Real Madrid fan talking.
So what are the oil clubs though? Man City, PSG, Newcastle.
आई बिलीव से न्यूकासल चेल्सी भी मानते ही थे, पता नहीं, मैं तो काफी सालों तक सुना हूं भाई।
Oil
बट नहीं,
club.
अभी टॉड बोली आ गया तो नहीं रही ना टेक्निकली। एंड हांसी फ्लिक्स द ओनली रीजन आई एम मेंटेनिंग सैनिटी, वरना ये चेल्सी और जर्मनी एक ही थाली के चट्टे बट्टे हैं। Hansi Flick is brilliant, man. I really like the guy. The guy is actually knowing what he does, man. Always. मतलब, where are you on Joachim Low? I think he was overplayed. Like he should have probably left way too early.
I think so. I am a believer that you should go out on a high. Like after 2014, I felt when he won it, he was there from what 2000 Euro 2008 onwards. So I think I felt like that cycle should have been over there. I can understand. Okay, Euro 2016, the semi final they reached. They played a great game in the quarterfinals, and Joachim Low nullified Conte completely in that game, the quarterfinal against Italy. He played a
Yeah.
man for man formation, 3-5-2. That game was very tactical and well done to Joachim Low. So after 2018, though, come on, that group stage exit, he should have said. I know to see him at Euro to 2020, lose to England, and then go out. Yeah, no, I think at least he overstayed his welcome by 4 years.
Yeah, fair point. Absolutely. By the way, I'm seeing like we're not even reaching 60 likes. So hopefully, we can double the number of likes while the football starts again in a few minutes time. So let's double कर दो यार। सब एक thumbs up button है, सब दबा दो please. अगर नहीं किया आपने, only then, right? And absolutely do not forget we have two channels. Almighty Blues FC पे we are live. Again, Fateh is here, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ. Fateh will probably be part of it. We are looking at something special to kind of cover the World Cup with. So Sadiq bhai se bhi baat hui. He will also try and join as much as possible. Michael will join, and we'll probably have more ultras joining, for a series that we're doing on Almighty Blues FC. So do check out the channel for sure. Do not forget. Sane most effective as left winger. I 100% agree. He's not like a person who cuts in and scores. He's not that kind of a person. What Robin changed his game to Bayern Munich. He has not done that yet. He's more effective as a left winger. और cutback जो करता है वो अच्छा करता है.
And on because Germany is playing on Bayern Munich, I think Bayern Munich is a team that might see some bad times now because I think Uli Hoeneß is gone. Rummenigge, I don't think he's there. There's a new management team in Oliver Kahn and I think Salihamidzic and
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. And if I look at these players, if Muller and Neuer are going and Lewandowski is already gone, I think that's fine. That what they had during the Pep time, when they were just steamrolling teams away. I think that's going to change. And you're talking about Nabri, Serge Gnabry, who they're saying he's going to leave. Like, where is he
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to go?
He's probably touted to be leaving for Real Madrid. Again, Real Madrid fan in the house. So again, that's what मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ, quite realistic लग रहा है. अगर माने to buy and confirm होता है in the next few days, which is kind of imminent always, right? मतलब I can't see them having Mane, Sane. Imagine Mane, Sane in the same team, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
लेकिन then you have Coman. Kingsley Coman is already there. Muller is already there. So I'm seeing a lot of talent वहाँ पर. I probably missed one name. Musiala can also play in attack. He's not just a
But who's the
midfielder.
forward then? Without Lewandowski, I'm like,
So Mane has played as a center forward last 4 months of the season for
yeah,
Liverpool.
but it's not the same, Ankit. It's
Absolutely is not the same. लेकिन I generally feel that Muller will be your number 9. मुझे लग रहा है
and
Muller ही रहेगा.
Muller is 34, 35, I think.
हाँ, but for number 9 is okay, man. For number 9 is okay, I feel. मतलब he's not your winger anymore. He's not your player who's your
Yeah.
typical cam
Round
who kind of
Yeah.
So he's your. I know he used to be a second striker proper, लेकिन अभी I think he'll play a proper number 9, and they'll probably play off him. Or you have obviously the pace of Sane, you have Gnabry as of now. Then in case they get Mane, in case they have a lot of options वहाँ पर. I don't think there's कुछ कमी है. और I think main reason Bayern का क्या था ना, मेरे ख्याल से जिस reason से they didn't go to that level as every year was Alphonso Davies. I really feel that Alphonso Davies, what happened to him midway through the season, I think they were starting to play 3-5-2, 3-5-3, 3-4-3. Okay, that's not Bayern. They don't click that way. I feel like Kingsley Coman का जो attacking prowess है, that was taken away because of that reason. Even Leroy Sané, we kind of are critical.
So if you say this about the 3-5-2, how do you rate Nagelsmann then? Like, is he on that level? We talked about Tuchel. Is he on even Tuchel's level, or do you think?
No. Come on. But it's too early. ना मतलब Nagelsmann he did brilliantly with Leipzig. लेकिन what has he achieved in terms of basically being there? And he's never managed outside of Germany, if I'm not wrong.
Germany.
Correct?
Yeah.
Tuchel has now been tested in 2 countries और उसने किया है दोनों जगह.
Yes.
मतलब 3 countries technically, right? So 3 countries में किया है. So I think I don't think he really is far above the league. लेकिन Nagelsmann potentially he is there. Again, taking over from Hansi Flick wasn't easy in itself. So I think it's unfair on Nagelsmann as well. So a lot of people saying that Nagelsmann is not the man. मतलब हाँ, maybe man management में थोड़ा issue होता होगा उसको क्योंकि he's such a young manager. Imagine Muller and Nagelsmann की बात हो रही है. I can imagine who's the winner there. Simply put, Neuer and Nagelsmann.
Joachim Low could be the next Bayern manager very soon. Then, if things don't work out.
Actually, there was a comment. By the way, match शुरू हो गया वहाँ पर for people. It's 0-0 Italy Germany. लेकिन हाँ, I somehow cannot see him, yaar. Week in, week out, all the football, I cannot see him again at this point in time. Like after the national team stint, or in fact, he had multiple stints. You remember under Klinsmann के under he was assisting as well.
Yeah, he was assistant then.
अब काफी लोग बोल रहे थे that time also बहुत लोग credit दिए थे working लोगों को और बोल रहे थे कि यार Klinsmann was at fault. I somehow felt कि Klinsmann का जो persona था ना, it was really working.
It was required.
It was required, exactly.
It was required because Germany had a very bad Euro 2004. They did not win a single game. I don't think they scored a goal. They scored 1 goal, I think.
They had a terrible one. And 2006, although they were hosting, I know.
Yeah, but they didn't have a good team. Yeah, they didn't have a good enough team at that stage.
But still, the performance was there. I think they were kind of unlucky to kind of go out as well.
When people criticize Klinsmann, he had a very bad stint at Bayern Munich. But they need to remember that...
goal. Referee did well to play on, by the way. I think there was a tackle Italy player ka midfield mein और इस Kamaka. I think he should have done better. Let's be honest about it. He should have done better. बहुत ही अच्छा क्रॉस. और ये भाई ये बंदा कौन है भाई, इसको देखना पड़ेगा. Fratesi, I think जो जीशान भाई ने बोला. He has actually beaten people for fun.
Yeah.
Fratesi is a good player. Yeah? He's a left footer.
Yeah.
So he's. I think he's looked, at least in his short stint, he's looked better than Bernardeschi for me. Just
Bernardeschi, yeah, absolutely. I think Bernardeschi is a luxury player. He's not. Yeah, I mean, I think when he was at Fiorentina, so much was expected, and then they called him the Italian Beckham because he was more interested in the fashion and all that than playing football at Juve. So.
Okay, so let me take this comment quickly. Kishore Creations asks, do you think Brazil, France, England, Argentina are the top favorite for bookies this World Cup? I think Brazil definitely are, from what I know. Though only one amongst England or France can go on till semis, Spain can come. देखो यार, अगेन हम प्रेडिक्शंस करने वाले हैं, हम हर एक टीम के बारे में बोलने वाले, तो मैं डिटेल में तो नहीं बोलूंगा. फतेह को भी यही रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, डिटेल में तो ये आंसर नहीं करते. लेकिन मैं क्विकली देता हूँ बिफोर कमिंग टू फतेह. लाइक All the four teams have a chance. अब वही है, दो टीम भिड़ने वाले हैं, तो अगेन इट्स 50-50 चांस ऑलमोस्ट. हाँ, ऑन पेपर फ्रांस आर बेटर, लेकिन अगेन हु नोज यार. आफ्टर व्हाट हैपेंड इन इंग्लैंड टुडे, दे लॉस्ट टू हंगरी. France lost last night. So lot of surprises already. I know Nations League है, you cannot compare, but वही है, it come. I think national team भी form comes into picture. आप देखो यूरोज में, no one told about Italy. हमने बात की है. Italy did well in
Yeah.
the group stages, they did well. So I think it's all about form and fitness at the time, along with just the confidence. Confidence की बात करें तो I think Brazil, Argentina probably are top favorites right now, if I'm not wrong. But Spain, issue with their finishing. Yeah, I still believe that. I don't know. What do you think, Fateh?
I think so. I think Morata, again, the point is, where is Morata playing? Is he going to be playing a lot of matches for his club? We don't know what his future is. I think he's their main striker. So, but then again, Spain are the pioneers of the false nine. So why do they need a striker to score goals? I mean, Gavi has been in the news, I think, for the wrong reasons with PK and whatnot. But he's so good. So I think there's a lot of talent in Spain. I mean, we're sleeping on them. I don't know what their path is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who do they play in the quarterfinals or semifinals? But yeah, I mean, I think Spain, and I remember right after the Euros, I think they beat Italy in the Nations Cup semifinal.
Spain, they were in the finals. They were in the finals.
What was
Yes.
the final? Did they
They
win? Who
they
won?
they lost to France.
France. Okay.
Nations League, yeah. But by the way, यार, the fact that Lukaku to Tottenham वो rounds कर रहे, trust me, it's just lazy journalism. I genuinely believe that. I know Conte loves Lukaku for what he did in Inter, लेकिन I don't see that. Yeah, Tottenham basically, अगर unless we are getting something in return, that's not happening. Simply put,
I think
maybe
you should
यार,
play for that. You should play for the Kane Lukaku swap.
if I was it, यार भाई साहब, almost through यार. Italy are creating chances. Germany are keeping a lot of possession, are passing Italy to death. लेकिन अभी सेकेंड हाफ में देखो भाई, इटली आर रियली टर्निंग अप, और अच्छा टैकल यहाँ पर, फ्री किक.
So Azzurri and Bastoni are playing in a four-man back.
हाँ, मैं वही कवर किया था इनिशियली, दैट इट विल बी इंटरेस्टिंग हाउ दे परफॉर्म. फर्स्ट 10 मिनट्स में इट वाज एन इश्यू बिटवीन अचर्बी एंड बास्तोनी. दे कुडंट काइंड ऑफ गेट इट राइट, लेकिन बियॉन्ड दैट दे हैव काइंड ऑफ सेटल्ड. हाँ, दैट इज ट्रू मैन. मतलब आई वाज सो सरप्राइज्ड लोटारो एंड लुकाकू साथ में लिंक नहीं हो रहे दोनों जगह. Chelsea to set a reign of supremacy on the world as Americans will set fire to Gulf oil. अरे भाई. अंकित भैया, आपको उम्मीद है हम हांगकांग, अफगानिस्तान एंड कैम्बोडिया को हार के एशिया कप में क्वालिफाई कर लेंगे? अरे व्हाई नॉट मैन, व्हाई नॉट. उम्मीद पर इतना कायम है. एंड आई थिंक लाइक फतेह एंड आई सेड, लाइक इंडिया विल बी देयर, मे बी नॉट anytime soon, but in the future in the World Cup as well, man. That there will come a day. मैंने तो डिक्लेयर कर दिया है, till the time I am alive एक बार तो देखूंगा भाई इंडिया को.
No, I think what we need to do, I was reminiscing about this great Turkish team. Turkey qualified for Euro 96, quarterfinals of Euro 2000, semi-finals of 2002. But largely that squad was German based. There were certain players who could not speak Turkish also. They had been born and brought up in Germany, expatriates, sons of immigrants. And that team sort of did very well for Turkey. I think India, because, we have such a big global diaspora, I'm sure there must be some players in the lower reaches of the EPL, like the championship, or like 3-4 players that we can bring in with that sort of experience.
हाँ, मतलब नहीं होगा यार. मतलब I think if I'm not wrong, it's happening at under 13, under 14, under 15 that we're trying to, and that is
That's
what मतलब
yeah.
हमारा मिशन जो है ना, it's not for basically 2022 or
No.
2026 or 2030. Our mission is
2050.
2034.
Acha,
2034 is our earliest mission to kind of go into the junior World Cups and then probably the senior
Yeah.
World Cup.
Yeah.
So that may happen. You never know. And by the way, yaar, yes, Aditya, great question. By the way, people who do not know, on Almighty Sports Club, we'll try and cover more. Yes, of course, India South Africa के T20 series होगा. Hopefully, we'll cover. Watch along. I'm not too sure, but we'll have content for you. Simply put, let's see. We'll try and do watch along as well. Maybe of a decider. Let's see. That'll be interesting for sure. And of course, the test match, man, one-off test match. Really looking forward to it. We'll cover content.
On South Africa, I have to say, like, Yak Callis used to be one of my favorite players.
Jack Callis, yeah. Jack Callis is one of the goats, yeah, absolutely. मतलब, especially when it comes to Test cricket, भाई साहब, मुझे शायद ही लगता है यार, there was a better all-rounder in Test cricket in modern era. In modern era, proper, all-rounder for Test cricket as well. Because the guy actually was underrated in his bowling. I really felt that in Test cricket. We have a Drogba back. I don't know. I didn't say that, I'm shy, but for people who said, I'm sorry. Yes.
No, Lukaku
No.
himself said, Ankit, that Drogba was his one of his favorites, growing up.
Oh man, saw that?
Yeah.
What a pass on the left flank, and Italy are creating chances. Man, Kamaka. I think it's promising half from Italy. But yes,
From,
see, Drogba has
no,
always said
Lukaku
Lukaku
said,
was the idol. हाँ,
that Drogba
idol
was
मतलब अलग
his
चीज़ है.
idol.
नहीं, but here the point is, a lot of fans actually said that we have Drogba back. I
Okay.
wasn't in that boat at all. Absolutely no, yeah. No, no is the answer. As in two very different players. I don't think we can compare. Very different players. Well, I can't even say enough about it. Drogba was a person who actually held the ball. अरे ये क्या Donnarumma
नहीं,
was a
नहीं.
nice trick actually. लेकिन हाँ,
Yeah.
Drogba held the ball, man, and he could also play. मतलब a lot of
Yeah.
times he has been unfairly, not been given enough credit for
Yeah.
actually giving as many assists to Lampard as well. It was not just the other
Yeah.
way around. Okay, he used to run channels like crazy. He used to have those last pass and outside the foot volley passes. People don't even remember that. So, yeah, can you even imagine Lukaku doing that? I can never. Even at Inter, and he knew that. Very great player in Inter, but no, in terms of what he did versus what Drogba did, were totally different players. Man.
But there was this one assist in the Champions League. I think that was also on Instagram some days ago, with the
Mm-hmm.
outside of the outside of the
Oh,
boot from the wing
that was
against
actually,
Slavia Prague.
yeah, exactly. I remember that. That was a great one. Yeah.
I feel like it's I think 75% I would blame Lukaku for where he is, but 25% I just feel like Tuchel could have just used him a bit more, because
And
I think he's still got
experimented
18
more.
goals. Yeah,
Experimented based on his
experimented more.
skills,
Yeah.
उसके attributes ज़्यादा use ही नहीं किया टूकल ने मतलब that's
Hmm.
a fact as well. Okay, लेकिन I think since 2018 till 2022 UCL final we weren't top three, but this season I feel we are coming back soon for regular competition. And again, Real Madrid fans अगर 4 साल के लिए आप नहीं थे top three तो यार बढ़िया ब्रेक ले लियो क्योंकि यार वर्ल्ड को ना डोमिनेट नहीं करो. रियल मैड्रिड गेटिंग 14 चैंपियंस लीग बहुत है भाई बहुत है. ट्रस्ट मी मतलब वन ऑफ द रीजंस अगेन मैं बोलूंगा मैं रियल मैड्रिड को इतना ज्यादा फॉलो नहीं करता था बिकॉज यार हमेशा जीतती रहती थी व्हेनेवर आई गो. अरे भाई व्हाट अ शॉट. वाज इट द
Who
सेम
was
गाय
that?
अगेन वाज इट
Politano.
प्रोटेस्ट.
Yeah.
पोलिटानो है क्या ये?
Yeah.
पोलिटानो है तो चलो कोई नहीं. Bayern steamroll teams except us. Fair enough. That's coming from a Real Madrid fan. Sane, Mane, Kane, wow. काने. मैंने बोला नहीं काने लेकिन हाँ. After seeing the Euro miss, okay.
Hmm.
भाई मतलब I don't know. मतलब Werner is very good for Germany. Simply put,
And
he
Werner was good under Nagelsmann, though. When Nagelsmann is at Bayern, so that could work out, like,
अच्छा
because he
Werner
was,
at Bayern. Huh? That's
yeah,
not a bad choice. That's not a
because
bad one because
Nagelsmann knows how to, like, play with Werner. So I think
maybe. लेकिन वही है ना लाइप्जिग में दे हैड अ पोल्सन. कैन मुलर डू द पोल्सन काइंड ऑफ अ जॉब? वो एक बिग क्वेश्चन है. लेट्स सी मतलब वर्नर वाज प्लेइंग ऑफ पोल्सन यार. I genuinely believe that Werner even for Germany is hyped. I genuinely believe that Germany expects much more than from his number 9. मतलब maybe I've been growing up from a lot of German forwards who have been brilliant. लेकिन वही है मतलब I genuinely believe that he's hyped. मतलब I love Werner for the effort he puts in, the runs he makes, but I think he's too limited in what he does good. मतलब he needs to have more to his game.
is this true?
Yeah, this is true. This is true. And I don't know about the Shakira one as well. Shakira and no PK one. That
Yeah,
is
that's
also,
true.
I believe, true.
Yeah, that's
हाँ
true.
ये भी true है. Alfonso Davis का भी true है. But I think I'm not talking about that. Davis का health was the main thing. Yeah, his
So will he
health
be back
obviously.
this year? Will he start playing?
He
You
already is
told me
back. He
last time
already
he's
is back
already
towards the
yeah.
end of the season. He was back. लेकिन obviously it'll take time till he kind of comes back to that world class Davis that we
Yeah.
saw the previous seasons. Okay, he did do Klinsmann's job in terms of management. Klinsmann was for the aura. I don't agree, man. Advay. How can you say? मतलब आप बोलो. मतलब again, मतलब respect to you, your views, absolutely. I think half the things are driven by media in this world. Unfortunately, आप मतलब क्लिंसमैन के साथ कितना आप समय बिताए अद्वै आप बोलिए अभी मतलब ये कहाँ से आते हैं ये सब मुझे समझ में नहीं आता है. How can you say
But
who made who called who or what tactic to play? Please tell me.
what will happen is in 4 years' time, because Klinsmann was in charge of the American youth, the whole setup. Apparently, he's changed everything in America.
And he
The
wasn't bad. He wasn't
No, no,
bad.
no. Not just as the coach, he sort of has
Uh-huh.
changed their structure as well. Like the
Exactly.
MLS sort of gave him full freedom,
Mhm.
and they say that by 2026 USA, because they are hosting it, they're going to be one of the favorites. And the players that are going to come up into that system are basically thanks to Klinsmann. Like he's had a massive role in youth development in USA in the last decade.
And
So
that I can still buy because clearly Klinsmann has gone there to do that and that's his job. तो
yeah,
वो मैं फिर
is
भी
he
ले
still
लूंगा
there?
लेकिन ये telling that by the way there are changes for Germany but okay Leroy Sané हो गया समय आज साने का समय हो गया but वही है to say that Klinsmann did not do enough and Joachim Low did more of it मतलब on what basis are we putting that statement? Like again,
I think
nothing against anyone who put that comment, but I have read that a lot in the media.
because I think Klinsmann had two very bad club failures. One was at Bayern Munich.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was a really bad squad. It was a mess. I think
Yeah, yeah.
2007 8,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was this Hertha Berlin where he went and he just it didn't work out, and now they're relegated. Like he was sacked a long time ago. So I think
Mm-hmm.
it's because because of at club level he's taken a hit, but I think for the national teams he's done a good job.
तो यहाँ पर बाय द वे यार मैं चेंजेस का चेक कर लेता हूँ क्विकली बिफोर वी कैन मिस ऑन इट again we are seeing kind of Italy improving Scamacca with a good layoff and good side pass just kept in play I think by Florenzi they have had Musiala coming on and Hoffman coming on interestingly Kai Havertz अभी भी नहीं आए हैं और interestingly Werner अभी भी पिच पर है because उन्हें चाहिए गोल तो Hendricks has come off and Sane has come off. Okay. Whereas Italy has not made any changes, very interestingly. So, one question I had for you before I take Matata United's question. What do you think about Florenzi being made captain? What do you make out of it?
I'm very surprised, because Florenzi was not the first choice even for AC Milan. So I think maybe
Donnarumma,
it's
किसको बनाते?
captain. I think
हाँ.
Acerbi, he's been captaining Lazio. He's a very,
How old is he? I don't think he's.
I think he's 33, 34.
अच्छा, अच्छा.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 34.
So,
You're right.
but it's just that he's not been playing that much because Chiellini and Bonucci were the starters till the Euros.
That is the thing. Yeah. मुझे
But
इसलिए
then Florenzi
I
was
was
not
thinking Donnarumma.
no, Donnarumma I think is too young, but
बिकॉज
I
इन
think
टर्म्स ऑफ सीनियोरिटी ऑफ प्लेइंग अरे लड़ाई होगी भाई पोलिटानो को लगी और सब लोग घेर लिए रूडिगर भाई साहब जब रूडिगर है ना तो लड़ाई मत करिए सब लोग को ये वार्निंग है अभी तो दांत दिखा रहे क्रिस्टियानटे को रूडिगर लेकिन अभी देखना सडन से वो दांत है ना जीभ निकल जाएगा ऐसे करके प्रीटी श्योर रूडिगर विल बी लाइक इन फुल फ्लो अभी देख ही इज काइंड ऑफ टेकिंग फ्लोरेंसी by the arm pretty sure he's going to do some shithousery there just keep your eyes on Rudiger now I'm
and
telling you.
they both played together at Roma, Rudiger and Florenzi.
Acha, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you're
they
right.
were
You're right.
just
You're right.
so they are probably friends of it,
Fair
and
enough. And
you know,
plus, let's be honest, it's a glorified friendly after all. So
friendly.
it's not
Yeah,
Rudiger. But was it easy for Tuchel to inherit Chelsea or for Nagelsmann to inherit Bayern?
I think definitely Nagelsmann. I mean, Bayern have a very, the same setup. Tuchel, I think, came at a very dangerous time. A legend of the club, like Lampard, gone. It was a mess at that stage. And for what he has achieved in that, I think it's very commendable. Nagelsmann, I think he came, in the summer. He didn't come in the winter like Tuchel came mid-season. So I think it was very easy. I mean, in that sense, for Nagelsmann, 7, 8 times they won the league. 9 times, I think, before him. Now they won 10 times. So he knows the language. Tuchel from Germany, France, coming to England. It's easy. Tuchel, I think, is
Yeah, I think changing countries as in kind of called for itself. Plus the fact that your expectations at Chelsea and not that Bayern are expecting less, obviously.
yeah.
Like
But
in Chelsea, में you fire and fire kind of thing हो रहा था उस
so
समय, right?
so this is what my question was like to you. Like with Abramovich, that was there. With the new owners, what do you think? Like they'll be more patient.
They have to be, because अगर वो ऐसे if they change, at least in the beginning, the fans love Tuchel, adore Tuchel. Not that they didn't adore, our previous managers. They can why
Yeah.
Abramovich was still kind of there. He had earned that respect over the years. So they
Hmm.
didn't kind of go haywire against Abramovich anytime. यहाँ पर things can turn very easily. So right now they have to be with Tuchel. Of course, if Tuchel is going to go like terribly bad or something like that, pretty sure of himself he'll kind of walk out. That will be a thing if he really falls out with the players and stuff like that. लेकिन यार मैं यहाँ पर क्विकली लेना चाहूंगा एक कमेंट मेहदी हसन एक तो पहले थैंक यू आने के लिए होप आप लाइक कर दियो स्ट्रीम को सब्सक्राइब कर दियो टू बोथ आर चैनल्स लेकिन प्लीज मुझे बताइए ये कमेंट 5 बार या 4 बार क्यों आपने दिया है तो स्पैम मत करिए यार और आप 4 बार क्यों लेकिन एक बार भी मुझे कमेंट समझ में नहीं आया इसलिए मैंने नहीं लिया ब्रो व्हाट हैपेंड टू यूरोपियन जायंट्स मतलब आर यू मीनिंग अब what is about European giants or what happened to the European giants or what
I
happened
think,
मतलब
yeah, because yesterday, like, everybody lost. France, Belgium,
अच्छा अच्छा
England,
ओके
and now, like Italy and Germany are really not. I think it's just fatigue.
मतलब बट it's a good question in that case because again all the four surprises ही हुए लगातार
Yeah.
लगातार 4 surprises हुए तो that is not और अभी भी दिख रहा है भाई
Croatia
जर्मनी
also
वापस
lost, I
आते
think.
हाँ
Did Croatia also lose?
they got battered
By? Then
Belgium got battered by Netherlands Croatia got
yeah,
battered by Austria 0-3
Austria.
Ralph Rangnick's first game as Austria manager. Imagine. Okay. That was the biggest point. Like in absolutely other way, nice sense of humor, bro. As always, Justin is my favorite of all time. Is in South Africa team only one ABD. Bhai Saab, ABD was superb, man. Superb. Kya hi to
What
bolu.
about Jonty Rhodes? Is the current generation like
हाँ
going
जॉन्टी
on?
रोड्स वाज आउट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड मतलब ही वाजंट born in this planet I can simply put वो तो
Yeah,
अलग ही लेवल पे in terms of fielding and all those things especially उस एरा में करना
that era.
was a
Yeah.
different thing but ABD man it has to be like but maybe I've been in person I've seen him in person I've been to Chinnaswamy a lot of times when ABD was playing in flesh और of course in पुणे में भी देखा हूँ जब मैं गया था तो भाई मतलब the stadium used to literally bounce, man, when ABD used to bat. Even more than Virat, I'm telling you. Not as much as Sachin, of course. Like after Sachin, if I've seen an Indian stadium really cheer that much, is maybe ABD and NSG. I've not seen that kind of fan following for anyone. And Virat is and Ganguly probably next. But yeah, biggest irony in the world, Jack Carl is not black. भाई ये थोड़ा सा मतलब सेंस ऑफ ह्यूमर थोड़ा सा अलग डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है अद्वैत तो वो तो थोड़ा इग्नोर करते हैं बट एनीवे they are forcing Germany to make quick passing and yeah I think that will play into Germany's hands because Germany वो नहीं कर रही थी लेकिन at the same time I have to say the two guys right hand side में बहुत ही अच्छे हैं I think Politano and Fratesi Politano is off by the way I forgot to tell you he is just off लेकिन Fratesi what he was doing probably एक ball like how Ziyech intends to do in Chelsea or what he used to in Ajax Fratesi is putting that ball on the wide flank and then they're having a cutback for Skamaka I think that's their best chance for a goal right Italy
And like we said that Italy is struggling right now, but there is so much talent in midfield coming up. I mean, during the Euros we talked about, we okay. So the two veterans are Verratti and Jorginho. Locatelli was highly rated during the Euros. We've got Barella, who's only 23, 24. Now you've got Tonali, 20, 21. Fratesi is, I think, 21, 22.
22
Zaniolo's nowhere on the pitch. So, I mean, there is talent, like it's not as if Italy is, okay, I get it, not a striker, but maybe Skamaka can become that with time. In defense, okay, Bastoni is the only one, but I think Italy will always produce
Okay,
decent defenders.
I have a question for you, but the point that you spoke about a striker as well.
Yeah,
That crazy goal by Balotelli, pretty sure you saw that.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Is it that it's desperate to go for Balotelli again?
See, Mancini and Balotelli, Mancini is very nice to Balotelli, even though whatever happened at Man City. Uh, I think, but I think that ship has sailed now. I think Balotelli is what 31, 32. That ship has sailed, and it's so sad. I mean, that was I think he's the last proper good striker that Italy had. I mean, that Euro 2012 semi-final against Germany, nobody saw that coming, and that game
Hmm.
is a pure strikers game. Where one man just changes the game. That's how it used to always be, and yeah, man, I wish it was different for him.
Yeah, by the way, yaar, we are very close to 3K subscribers. So hopefully, if you can also share, do retweet my tweet. That'll be fantastic. I've shared the link as well on my tweet. But if you guys can just share so that it just reaches more people, so that we have more people coming in. Maybe they like the channel and they subscribe. And आप लोग ने अगर बोला है तो यार आप लोग भी करिए और like करिए. गौरव थैंक्स आने के लिए. Yes, like करना मत भूलना भाई. लेकिन हाँ, यार साउथगेट का मैंने वही बोला है, आपने मिस किया, मैंने काफी बात किया था उसके बारे में. यहाँ पर जर्मनी अच्छा ओपनिंग करते हुए लेकिन लास्ट में हक दिए लेफ्ट विंग पे. ब्रिलियंट चांस. यार आई हैव
Intensity
टोल्ड
is
इट.
nothing.
Fateh, I've told it. Southgate doesn't have the balls to drop both. In fact, तीन में से he has to drop two people, which he doesn't have. Walker, Trent, and Reese. ठीक है. तीनों में से I think he needs to drop two people to be able to play 4-3-3 because they have a lot of midfielders with them. I know they have a lot of right backs. Right back की 11 बना सकते हैं. लेकिन that doesn't mean you play two right backs for the sake of it. Trent and Walker दोनों ही टीम में fit करना. Trent and Reese दोनों के fit करना. They go five at the back. Do you feel that it is far too, I think, pragmatic to play against Hungary that way?
But no, but are you saying that Southgate played 4-3-3 against Hungary?
He played five at the back. He didn't play 4-3-3.
Five at the
I'm
back.
asking him to
So
go 4-3-3.
when I was young and I remember Southgate, he used to play in teams that were playing the 3-5-2, the 5-3-2.
Correct,
98
correct.
World Cup huddle. I think even at club level, and as a manager, he's continued with that. This is pretty much the same with the way Conte was. In the 90s, he played in that 3-5-2 a lot,
Chalo,
and he's
King Kai
using that.
coming on, by the way.
Yeah.
King Kai coming on for Werner. And Goretzka is off as well.
Muller's off
Goretzka
too.
थोड़ा सा off रहा है. मतलब he's been off as well in the entire game. I have to say, he didn't have great shots as well. लेकिन हाँ, so Sane is definitely off. Hendricks is definitely off, as we already said. लेकिन हाँ, अभी Kai Havertz is on. So hopefully Germany will be able to get to end of things. Yeah, please continue, Fateh.
Yeah, so I think Southgate knows that formation the best. So I don't think you should be expecting him to play 4-3-3. And you are right, if the talent demands that from the coach should show that flexibility, because that means he's not utilizing all the players that he has, and maybe that's where England will lose the World Cup. Oh, it's a goal.
Good. Oh my God, it was coming, man. It was coming. And it was that right flank yet again. And it is that super sub. भाई साहब ये कौन है यार? नॉन्टो कैसे कैसे बुलाते हैं इसको? भाई साहब ये
Yeah.
सुपर सब ये क्या अच्छा क्रॉस डाला है यार. बढ़िया क्रॉस डाला. बहुत ही बढ़िया क्रॉस. He plays for FC Zurich, people. He plays for FC Zurich. Wilfred Nonto. Hear this name out. Hopefully for Italian fans, you will hear a lot of him. Do you know anything about him, Fateh? Because I have absolutely no idea, to be honest.
I have to find out whether he's an inter-youth product because I've been hearing his name this last week and I never paid attention. Like, I was like, who is this guy?
Wilfred Nonto is like, what a brilliant one, man. I think Pellegrini ne mara hai goal from what I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Pellegrini. Pellegrini are, again, the right man at the right time. Bhai Sahab, Italy are on the up, and maybe the youthful team is what they needed. They're getting rid of Emerson and Jorginho for sure now, at least for the next few months. From what, अगर एक और ऐसा रिजल्ट आ जाए ना नेशंस लीग में, you never know. With especially, imagine England losing to Hungary, ठीक है, Italy as things stand beating Germany. Imagine again they get into semis of the Nations League and the fact that they won the Euros, reason enough to kind of go with the more recent teams, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. But I think Italy at home. But this squad is so young. I mean, this guy is 18 years old playing in Switzerland, and I like who knew about him, and he's come and changed the game. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like Italy is producing these young players, and I think you can never write it off. That's the only lesson that we can learn.
यार ये ना मतलब Matata United, simply put, there is a lot of kind of talent generally, I would say, in Africa, and basically lot of I would say even in US states, बहुत सारा football has evolved in Canada, where I can see a lot of black footballers generally who are not getting enough chances, so they kind of get chances in other countries. तो यहाँ पे गोल हो गया. अरे ना
Kimmich.
Italy spoke too early.
Yeah.
Oh my God, pathetic, man. Schoolboy defending.
Yeah.
But the first rule जो Chelsea का हुआ इस season में, we are the most vulnerable when we concede. Or check it out. वर्नर
Bastoni.
पूरे पूरे समय, और पीपल विल से दैट हैवर्ट्स ने कुछ नहीं किया, भाई साहब हैवर्ट्स लिटरली केप्ट होल्ड ऑफ दिस गाय बास्तोनी, ठीक है।
Yeah.
इफ हैवर्ट्स हैड नॉट केप्ट होल्ड ऑफ बास्तोनी, उसमें बास्तोनी वुड हैव इंटरसेप्टेड। तो हैवर्ट्स हैड अ ग्रेट पिक्चर, और जो वर्नर में, मैं बिग स्टेटमेंट बोलने वाला हूं, वर्नर ने जो 70 मिनट में नहीं किया, वो हैवर्ट्स ने कर दिया। लेकिन यहाँ वीआर चेक कर रहे हैं फॉर वॉट एवर रीजन, लेट्स सी, अगर मैं रिएक्ट भी जल्दी कर दिया हूँ। लेकिन भाई साहब किमिक अच्छा फिनिश, भाई अच्छा फिनिश, और दैट इज व्हाई किमिक प्लेज इन मिडफील्ड फॉर जर्मनी। लाइक अगेन देयर वर कॉल्स की शुड किमिक प्ले राइट बैक और मिडफील्ड, मैं बोलता हूं व्हेन दे हैव स्पेस लाइक इन इटली विल गिव, यू रादर प्ले हिम इन मिडफील्ड बिकॉज़ ही हैज द पासेस। और यहां पर वापस से भाई किक ऑफ से ऑलमोस्ट गोल होने वाले है जर्मनी का, गनाब्री विद अ डिसेंट हेडर, लेकिन नहीं, समहाउ दे डिफेंड भाई। अरे यार, and where are you on this Insigne one, man? Insigne moving to Toronto.
I'm very saddened. I think he should have. He still had a good 2-3 years ahead of him. So the problem for him was that he said that if it's not Napoli, then he'll not play anywhere else. So I think he's taken the money. Toronto FC. I think if you remember, Giovinco went there. At his
Of
peak,
course,
like
of course. And by the
yeah,
way, talking about Giovinco, you won't believe it, Sateh. It's very good that you reminded me of him. He had that fantastic performance against Chelsea. I don't know if you remember. He had that fantastic performance against Chelsea.
yeah,
उस performance के बाद, और there was a player in Chelsea as well. I don't know if you followed much that time during the Chelsea squad. That is, we had a player called Miroslav Stoch, a
yeah.
Slovakian.
The Slovakian. He was a very
Exactly,
good player. He later on went, I
वेरी
think
गुड।
now
और
he's
उसने
in
एक्चुअली वो पुस्कास अवार्ड भी जीता था एक साल बाद में।
yeah. Miroslav
ठीक है,
Stoch.
तो मिरोस्लाव स्टॉक रिमाइंडेड मी ऑफ जियोविंको। अगर आप
Yeah,
दोनों को मिक्स कर देना, आई
yeah,
डोंट वांट द हाइट, इफ यू
yeah.
मिक्स बोथ द प्लेयर्स, दैट इज व्हाट एन आइडियल विंगर शुड बी, मैं बोलता था।
Ideal winger should be. Yeah.
ठीक है,
And
मतलब आप
Stock
देखो। हाँ हाँ,
is still playing, I think, in Greece.
yeah, he was still playing, but I think he had some off-field issues, so I'm not
PA,
sure if
okay.
he's active. हाँ, he had gone
Okay.
to Greece, that's correct, that's correct।
Turkey and Greece. I remember him. I
और
remember him.
एंड यू वोंट बिलीव अदवे, सॉरी अदवे बोल रहा हूँ, यू वोंट बिलीव फतेह,
Yeah.
मैं फीफा में दोनों को लेता था साथ में, दोनों के एक एक विंग खिला देता था।
But yeah, I think Giovinco, I think Juve versus Chelsea 2008 or something. 2007, 8.
Man,
He
yes,
was.
brilliant man।
Yeah.
Can you see Tuchel managing Germany sooner or later? Not anytime soon. I think still he has many years in club football, और इतना ambitious है that I think he needs like he's like he gets very fidgety। अभी भी मालूम है he's not gone for छुट्टी, बोल रहा
Huh.
नहीं, इतना इतना बात करने को है, how can I go for holiday now? So
Huh.
he's like a very young Mourinho। He's like नहीं, मुझे चाहिए, काम दो मुझे, that kind of
Huh.
person, which is good for
Which is
Chelsea।
good. So I think he'll manage Bayern maybe. But who was it who said I'll never manage Bayern? Was it Klopp or was it Tuchel? I have forgotten that. One of them had said that like I'm not going to.
Probably Klopp then। I'm guessing
Probably Klopp,
probably Klopp। Tuchel I doubt, man। मतलब Tuchel I really doubt। मतलब come on,
because he's
he's
also
a too
managed
experienced।
Dortmund and. Hmm.
Havertz and Werner can do that Paulson and Werner partnership। Havertz now, he is strong, but I don't think he is that good in hold up play, as what he probably can become। Abhi bhi there is a lot of improvement needed, but again, agar Chelsea are sticking with them, so be it। I would love that। Problem वही ना, Tuchel doesn't play too upfront, बहुत ही कम खेलते हैं। In very few matches he goes that way, so I don't see that happening। That's the only thing। But again, Werner arguably had a as an opportunity there to score as well. But I think it was basically Kimmich who scored. Just to let you know, what exactly happened in that moment. Uh, Werner will say, no, I left the ball to Kimmich. But that's the difference, bro. That's the difference. You are a striker. Kimmich is a midfielder, but he scores. You don't. You don't take it. If
How
Drogba
many?
was in that position, he would have said, "Hat yaar, mera ball hai."
What is Werner's statistics like? Like, what are his statistics? How many goals did he score this year?
No. Actually, statistics wise, not so bad. He's
Hmm.
pretty decent. Again, in the
Hmm.
Champions League, I think he was one of the highest scorers last season as well for us.
Okay.
लेकिन in terms of basically statistics compared to others, यहाँ पर Havertz playing in Germany player, यहाँ अच्छा shot, लेकिन दोनों के पास directly, तो हाँ, you have to compare with other players of other clubs ना, तो is Werner doing what you're expecting him to do? Absolutely nowhere close। So that's why I'm saying that Werner को बहुत criticism मिलना चाहिए, जो Chelsea fans love him, including myself, but you can't just love him for the work rate, man. Well, you can't have double standards for him and Willian then. Please don't do that. Simply put. So, or plus, Willian was a midfielder more compared to Werner. So you can argue that. Also, yeah, they complement each other. This is a great point. ये तो मैं मानता हूँ definitely. When they are on the pitch together, something happens. आप यूरोज में भी देखे थे, काफी अच्छा केमिस्ट्री था, लेकिन down to that. Polish ethnic German player Podolski, I guess. Arey bhai, Podolski was brilliant,
Yeah,
man. Again, I kind of miss those times, man. When we had Schweinsteiger, Podolski, even the names themselves, kind of had a
yeah,
ring
yeah.
to it. Schweinsteiger to
Torsten,
Podolski, and even
Schweinsteiger,
एक
Lahm, Torsten Frings.
Dustin Frings, bhai sahab. But one guy that you reminded me of, the German director, the Bayern Munich director, Hassan Salihamidzic. I
Ali
can't kind of.
Hamid. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, बोलो यार, अरे Donnarumma with the same man, point blank almost. वापस किमिक था by the way, नहीं? किमिक
I
ही
think
लगा
so.
मुझे. What a shot, man! Donnarumma, he's kept them in the game in the last few minutes, absolutely. But Podolski, like, would you say Podolski underachieved as a player, or
I think so. I think it was a
limited?
very strange career because he was very young, highly rated. Then he went
Cologne,
from
Cologne
I
के
think
लिए खेलता था ना
Bayern to
बहुत सालों
Cologne.
तक. Yeah.
And that was his boyhood club, and then they got relegated, and then it was a bit of a mess. But he came to Inter also apparently, for 6 months I think or something like that, and he was really not good. But yeah, I mean I think his left foot was good though.
Hmm. No,
But what were you saying about Hasan Salihamidzic?
नहीं वही है मतलब those particular names जो थे ना even in Bayern team,
Yeah,
then you pretty much remember Ali Karimi,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he was around that era. Owen
yeah, yeah,
Hargreaves was very very young. Owen Hargreaves was there.
you
मैं कल
know,
बात ही कर रहा था एक्सट्रीम में कि ओवन
yeah.
हार्ग्रीव्स फॉर मी, मतलब अगेन पीपल आई डोंट नो कितना आपने देखा है बायर्न म्यूनिख का ओवन हार्ग्रीव्स, भाई साहब ही वाज वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट इन बायर्न. आई यूज्ड टू वॉच बायर्न गेम्स बिकॉज़ ऑफ ओवन हार्ग्रीव्स. यू वोंट बिलीव फतेह.
And because he was Canadian at that stage, I think he was. I wish he had played for Canada. And I remember his debut game was this big Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid.
Hmm.
So Bayern had won the first leg 1-0 away from home. It was an Iker Casillas error, elbow shot, and Casillas was like at that stage they were like, okay, we want to sell him, like we don't want him. That's what Real Madrid was saying at that stage because of that error, and they didn't have a midfielder, so they put in Owen Hargreaves, and then he played the final of the Champions League too, like within 20-25 days. And
बिल्कुल
I think
बिल्कुल.
injuries really like that was one player who I wish we had seen more of.
भाई ये प्लेयर रहने वाला है यार. मैं तो स्काउट कर लो भाई चेल्सी अभी, मतलब इससे पहले कि पीपल काइंड ऑफ बर्स्ट आउट द सीन, जस्ट लाइक अ जेरेमी डोकू जो आया था यूरोज में. ये मेरे ख्याल से हेडलाइंस बनाएगा, मैं बोल रहा हूँ अभी फतेह. ही इज,
Yeah.
फॉर पीपल हु डू नॉट नो, द नेम इज विल्फ्रेड नॉन्टो विद जी बीइंग साइलेंट, आई एम अज्यूमिंग. ठीक है. अगर उसका कोई दूसरा प्रोनाउंसिएशन है प्लीज हेल्प मी. Let me see if I can copy paste into the comments. This guy is going to be making headlines, I'm telling you. This is what the player is I'm highlighting now. ये नाम है इनका. And this guy, he reminds me of Odonkor of Germany.
Yeah.
ठीक है. He reminds me of Odonkor, जो very surprisingly he was picked at the World Cup, I remember, just like Theo Walcott was picked for England. So kind of, he reminds me of that player, if you all
Was
know what I mean.
Adonkor was he in the 2006 World Cup? Then he went to Real Betis. Who was that guy?
हाँ,
Very
it was
pacey.
Odonkor. Odonkor ही था ना,
Adonkor.
वही था.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
about real betters, but he made a decent move. I remember that, and he was very highly touted after that because World Cups and things, gets you those moves, and he was one of those players. Like again, maybe injury prone. Yeah, Andre Schürrle, Nuri Sahin, Nuri Sahin especially. अगर आपने FIFA खेला है ना,
Oh, yeah.
yesteryear's FIFA, तो Nuri Sahin, भाई
2010.
साहब, what a player he was!
What
What
a
a
player.
player on FIFA. ठीक है. और सच में भी थे. बोरुसिया डॉर्टमुंड के साथ, if I'm not wrong, he was there in
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
losing squad or winning squad.
No, he won the league.
He won the
I
Champions
think he
League,
won
right?
the league. I think he won the league. But he was there when Nuri Sahin was their main hope when they were really struggling, and then Klopp came. And I remember Ankit. I remember studying for my exams and being a fan of Klopp and Dortmund because I was growing up. Dortmund was
Howard
this.
Pirlo.
yeah, team of Rosicky and Collar, and so Dortmund was special. So I remember Klopp's first season at Dortmund. I remember having a wallpaper on my laptop. Kuba, that the Polish guy, Jakub Blasikowski. What was his name? I've forgotten his name.
कौन कौन
So
कौन
Kuba, the guy, the Polish right winger,
हाँ हाँ
Jakub
of course.
Blasikowski or something.
Blachowski or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I
Yeah, he
exactly
was
know
at
what he's
the
saying. Exactly know. The guy was actually good. Dortmund
yeah,
guy.
and that was the first season of Klopp, and they missed out on the UEFA Cup on the last day. I still remember they lost 4-0 or something to Wolfsburg.
Correct, correct,
And
correct.
I had an exam the next day, and I was watching this match, and I was really very sad. I was like, oh, like Dortmund have missed out. But then in 5 years, they sort
यार
of
ये ना सच में कोई प्लेयर है कि ऐसे ही ले रहे हो हम लोग कुछ कुछ नाम बता रहे हैं निखिल पता नहीं भाई मुझे तो नहीं
I have not heard of
मिला
this guy.
maybe it's just a pun on us or maybe it's a misspelling I don't know. Well, I just started watching stream few minutes ago. Thank you, AD. By the way, people do check out 8744 as I always say. Who do you think here of Tony Cruz? I think it's got to be Gundogan.
No, but Gungo is also very old now. I think. I don't think
नहीं मतलब that kind of a player लेकिन है नहीं ना Goretzka you
no,
cannot say is that he's very
cannot
different
say.
man. Kimmich yeah he has that ability लेकिन really Kimmich is more all rounded he's not that guy who just kind of is a brilliant
Yeah.
playmaker or brilliant passer. Kimmich is more to it like for me Gundogan is the closest if at all someone लेकिन hair का बात हो रही तो maybe younger पता नहीं यार जर्मन फुटबॉल में एटलीस्ट आई इट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन दो बट लेकिन मुझे आई एम नॉट aware of any young German player who kind of sits deep and passes the way Cruz does. I think even Wirtz is more like a cam, right? Who's injured
Words.
for Bayern
Yeah,
Leverkusen.
the
He's
Leverkusen
more like
guy.
a cam.
And
He's more like a cam second striker. He's more like a Havertz almost.
Florian Wirtz is they're saying that he's the next big thing out of German football. So
Lekin unfortunately he got a long-term injury this season, so he's kind of starting again. Let's see. Hopefully he does. By the way, Italy with changes यहाँ पर और obviously gamesmanship pretty much sure. Roberto Mancini getting it right with a young team, and imagine Dortmund 90s was very strong. Yeah, Dortmund 90s was very strong. Absolutely. I make a
yeah, I used
question:
to
how ये क्या है? Watching जर्मनी प्ले अब क्या करूं प्यार करता हूं इनसे मार भी नहीं सकता अब क्या करूं प्यार करता हूं वेलकम का डायलॉग है ना बेसिकली नहीं
अच्छा,
नहीं एक्चुअली क्या है ना मैं बोलता हूं यार ये नेशंस लीग है पूरा सीजन हो गया आपको इसलिए लग रही है थोड़ी थकी थकी टीम
yeah,
maybe Leroy Sané would have had made those better runs अगर वो sharp होते थोड़े or maybe he would have finished better at the same time maybe Werner because he had two splendid seasons at Chelsea थोड़ा सा थक गए probably you know what I mean there. I don't know, man, and I'm so like again maybe it's my channel. I'm kind of misusing it for it. लेकिन मुझे क्या लगता है ना काफी बार like again hats off to all the fellow Chelsea fans. I know I'm going to take hate for what I'm going to say now, but ये मैं रहा नहीं जा रहा मैं अद्वै आप बोल रहे थे ना सोने की बात मेरे से सोया नहीं जाएगा मैं बोलूंगा तो क्या होता है ना कुछ Chelsea fans होते हैं they will just go to other Chelsea fans channels they will just call Chelsea fans on the channel ठीक है टोटल चेल्सी आप ऑब्वियसली आप अपनी बुराई क्यों करोगे भाई अपने में
yeah,
व्हाट विल यू नो अबाउट यू लाइक सो वो ये घोड़े की नाल जैसे ना आप बेसिकली आप यू आर जस्ट सीइंग फ्रंट एंड ओनली इन वन डायरेक्शन come on
yeah,
man you need to grow up and that's why I think the thing is about we need to basically take criticism on our chin and we need to be able to criticize our players it is nothing wrong and you're not a non-fan or whatever you call it if you criticize your players and Werner is I think deserve the criticism हो गया मेरा mini rant
yeah. So Salim Hamisic was a very good player, man. He was very versatile. He could play
winger
right back,
proper
right wing back, right
right wing
winger,
back
left winger. He was even playing left wing back, and I think he even went to Juventus, was it? And he was playing as a left wing back there.
yeah, he did
Yeah, and very
uh,
hardworking player.
ये देखो यार अदवे ना बहुत वर्ड प्ले कर रहे हैं आज मैं थोड़ा सा केयरफुल रहूं बेटर रहता हूँ कि मैं बहुत ही गलीबल हूँ आई विल अंडरस्टैंड और डोंट रीड इट ठीक है एंड इट काइंड ऑफ ही इज ट्राइंग टू मेक अस से समथिंग एज इन ही इज ट्राइंग टू मेक अस ए मोलेस्टर सिंपली पुट
Yeah, but who?
थॉट्स ऑन
Oh my
Savan
God, So Matthias Sammer is another legend. I think he came to Inter and then he sort of, he was very homesick. He went back, I think, to Bayern. He's also a
Mhm.
legend for Dortmund because I remember him managing Rosicky and Koller and winning the Bundesliga in 2002. And that was
Correct,
the
correct.
last Bundesliga title that Dortmund won till Klopp came.
Did he not play for Dortmund as well? I
Yeah,
think he
yeah, yeah.
did.
I think he played for Dortmund
I
also.
think he
He
just
played
I
for,
think he just played for Dortmund, and if
yeah.
I'm not wrong, in the few years later he came back to Dortmund, managed it.
Yeah, came back to manage them. And in 2002, he was the manager, I think, who won them the league. And was
Hmm.
he the manager who lost the UEFA Cup final to Feyenoord? I think so.
Probably.
So
लेकिन हाँ मुझे इसलिए याद है क्योंकि again if I'm Dortmund they did well in one of the European competitions, right, in late
they
90s.
won the Champions League in '97. They beat,
97 exactly,
yeah,
and
they
he
were
was
the
part of it.
underdog.
He was there.
He was, yeah, I think
He
so.
was there. Yeah, yeah. Pretty much
Lars
sure.
Ricken was another like very big name.
मैं उस समय ना खाली वो वही देखता था सेमीज और फाइनल्स और उस टाइप का फैन था आई थिंक टीवी पर भी उतना ही आता था इफ आई रिमेम्बर
आता
राइट.
मेरे को तो पता भी नहीं कि आया था कि नहीं, but I remember I used to write down names. So
अच्छा अच्छा. और न्यूज़पेपर ऑब्वियसली न्यूज़पेपर नेक्स्ट डे यूज्ड टू रीड दोस आर्टिकल्स. मतलब आई स्टिल हैव माय नीस हु एक्चुअली रीड द न्यूज़पेपर एंड टेल्स मी एंड चेल्सी का है मिलान का है एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. So that kind of reminds me, okay fine, and that's how we also learn. So
yeah,
it's good that even there are people who kind of read now. मैं तो यार after that generation, as soon as computer came, I'm like giving. I just gave up the newspaper. To be very honest, I don't read, but I have kind of watched more and learned. That's how I have been. I don't know about you, Fateh.
yeah. No, no, I still read the newspaper. I'm very weird that way, but I love the news.
Nice, nice. Karim Adeyemi, भाई ये तो मतलब Salzburg के लिए he was
Ooh,
what a player, man. But
yeah.
like, don't you think? I think Aaron Johansson is it the Salzburg guy? He
Hmm.
has signed for Leeds apparently. Again,
Oh,
correct me if I'm wrong,
I
Chad.
didn't know that.
Maybe because he's USA international, obviously. He is, and then you have the Jesse Mars connection because of US. I think
Hmm.
इसलिए वो वहाँ पर easily चला गया है from what I know. लेकिन I feel that Johansson had a very good season, ठीक है, और he could have got a better deal, मतलब a better club. Again, nothing against Leeds, not that they are just my rivals, but
Yeah.
that's how it is, right? But यहाँ पर game, by the way, people watching just to kind of concentrate and go game again, it has kind of become very rough for whatever reason. Maybe because it's 1-1, a winner will kind of get 3 points. लेकिन I am seeing बहुत ही yellow cards आते हुए, बहुत ही tackles आते हुए. So it shows that it's not really a friendly as well. It's somewhere in between. They want to win, but not at the cost of basically from the first minute to 90 minutes versus what they do usually in cups, right? Like I am also waiting for Karim Adeyemi to play. Like, where are you on Marlin? Marlin Euros में impress किया था in his few instances that he had. He was signed by Dortmund, right? As in
Hmm.
Daniel Marlin, Dutch
Yeah.
striker.
Yeah.
He's not a striker. He's more like a Depay, who's more of a striker compared to
Okay.
winger.
Okay.
Lekin, I think probably him not doing enough maybe tempted them to kind of go for a ADME and maybe एक और striker ले कि यार they'll be happy, you think Dortmund.
See, I don't know. I mean, who is going to be the Dortmund manager is the first question. Like,
Hmm.
because Marco Rosa is gone. So, these players who they have, what formation they play, I think the first question
अच्छा,
is,
by the way, you must have heard it, right? I covered in my other transfers wala stream आज. Daniel Farker from Norwich City has moved to Borussia Mönchengladbach. He's a new manager.
okay.
He's a German as well, so kind of fits.
What is the name?
Daniel Farker,
Oh,
Farka. So he,
FARK.
he he managed Norwich City for many years, right? And he's a
Yeah.
German. He's a German,
Okay.
and Borussia Mönchengladbach also had a few changes, if you remember recently. I think one of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
directors had moved because of feeling overstrained or whatever, and I think obviously their manager as well. So it's quite obvious that they had to move for someone who kind of understands, as in footballers from day in day out. And I think someone managing in Norwich City and then moving to Borussia Mönchengladbach will take it very seriously, I feel, नहीं?
Hmm.
मैं कितना भी बुरा मिस करूं बट यूसीएल में मुझे तो मिस करते ही हो आप लोग, टीमो वर्नर बोल रहे हैं. और टीमो वर्नर ना कहीं से आ जाते हैं जब मैं गाली देता हूँ ना कहीं से आ जाते हैं and then he takes the soft corner and then like okay bye, and at the end of the day I love you man, it's okay.
I hope at
Greenwood.
least for him, man. Like this is the last probably attack.
ये देखो भाई, मैं सोच रहा था ये प्लेयर कौन है. निखिल Nikhil, Nikhil really
Hara
Greenwood,
Lakdi.
Hara
Oh,
Lakdi.
PSV. How? Why would he say PSV though?
पता नहीं यार, पता नहीं, maybe linked, I don't know, I don't think so man, after what happened to him. By the way, तन्मय यार, आप पता नहीं कैसे फतेह को नहीं देखे हो. Fateh has been very very, I think, I today, by the way, Taron was also there on another stream on the chat, so I did mention about you guys again, that Taron, Fateh, Mikhail, and the gang, you know,
Yeah,
that we had a nice try by Germany, by the way, nice gameplay and wing play as well. लेकिन Donnarumma on the spot again. लेकिन हाँ, अगेन येलो कार्ड. भाई ये क्या कर रहा है भाई, अभी येलो कार्ड की जरूरत तो नहीं थी. लेकिन हाँ, फतेह इज नो दिस स्टफ भाई. फतेह इज अ बिग बिग इटालियन फुटबॉल फैन, लेकिन he has a soft corner for Chelsea, pretty much sure. Now he admits it, before he used to not admit it. ठीक है, लेकिन at the
I
same
used to
time
always admit it.
जोक कर रहा हूँ यार. लेकिन हाँ, like you saw in the conversations, he knows his international football end to end as well. Whenever it comes to Italian football, international football, or even Chelsea for that matter, I kind of always, have Fateh as my go-to guy. So he's one of those guys who knows his stuff, and he's an ultra. So pretty much sure हो आप follow करोगे Fateh को on Instagram. I do follow him. अरे भाई साहब, दोनों रुपये इंजर्ड क्या? Gamesmanship. अरे तू इंजर्ड मत हो, ये कराएगा गोल. ये क्या नाम था इसका? नॉन्टो. ये नॉन्टो भाई
Tonto,
साहब.
Nonto. Oh, he's
अरे
like,
नहीं यार, नॉन्टो नहीं.
I think that's
नॉन्टो
it.
को
Game over.
एक्चुअली प्रोवाइड करना चाहिए, इसको बीच में नहीं जाना चाहिए. बट नाइस
Yeah,
नाइस प्ले मैन. आई ऑलवेज फेल्ट मुराटा वाज इटालियन. अच्छा भाई, विद नेम इज इट
yeah. I
मे
mean,
बी
I think there are. That is an
यूवेंटस.
Italian
गेम
surname
हो
too.
गया.
Moretti. Yeah.
The game is done. So what do you think, considering this performance and the fact that England lost to Hungary? Put in your predictions, put in your comments कि कौन होने वाला है ग्रुप 3 का इन लीग ए, द विनर हु रीचेस द सेमीफाइनल. इट इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग फॉर मी. डोनोरुमा क्यों चिल्ला रहे हैं भाई, क्या हो गया इसको?
I
एक्चुअली
think he's injured, and
रेफरी ने
that's it.
जरूरत से ज्यादा येलो कार्ड दिया है. आई फील वही है, वंस यू स्टार्ट गिविंग येलो कार्ड यू आर काइंड ऑफ बाउंड टू गिव मोर एंड मोर. एंड डोनोरुमा इन द एंड वाज इंजर्ड, यस, फेयर इनफ. But I think generally also the referee, Kacha Badam, I guess, Matata United. Arey, nahi, nahi. We are just kind of nostalgic, man. As in, we are too
Yeah.
romantic. Put it that way in terms of football. Newcastle have finished signing Hugo Ekitike. How do you pronounce this? Ekitike. I
TK.
don't know how you pronounce. लेकिन मुझे पता है रेम्स के लिए खेलता है स्ट्राइकर. He has moved from League A.
Yeah.
ये मैं लेना चाहूंगा फतेह से, क्योंकि यार न्यूकासल, इफ यू रिमेंबर, वाज इट अंडर एलन पार्ड्यू, दे
Mm,
साइंड पीपल लेफ्ट राइट सेंटर फ्रॉम
yeah.
फ्रांस. ठीक है,
Yeah.
अपार्ट फ्रॉम योहान कबाय, आई डोंट थिंक एनीवन हैज इवन
Johan
वर्क.
Kabal. Yeah.
इतने सारे फ्रांस से स्ट्राइक. आई रिमेंबर पापी सीसे, ही स्कोर्ड अ वंडर
Papis,
गोल अगेंस्ट चेल्सी.
that wonder goal though. Yeah.
ठीक है,
That
लेकिन
goal is
जनरली
hungry.
they had, I think, lot of them from France. इतने सारे, even like the Sir Alex Ferguson का reject, I forgot his name, man, the Man United guy, French guy, Gabriel Obertan. They had a lot
Overton.
of
Yeah.
they had a lot of Frenchmen that they signed over the years. लेकिन very
Yeah.
few Frenchmen have worked for Newcastle. ठीक
See,
है,
one Frenchman who worked for them, I think, was David Ginola in the
David Ginola,
90s.
that was again back in the day.
And
And
then, Laurent
another
Robbe.
Laurent Robbe,
Yeah,
I was going to say,
under Sir Bobby Robson.
set
Very
piece
good player.
taker, man. What a set piece taker.
What a set. Yeah, absolutely. His left foot. So, I mean, those guys worked. This new generation, maybe I think Pape Cisse, I don't know, like, did he score a lot of goals? But, I think this is, look, Ekitike, like, everybody's been, like, in Italy, we've heard about him. Like, it was a name that was mentioned. But I don't know whether from Rhymes going to the EPL is maybe one for the future.
Maybe, but मैं तो I'll kind of take it with a pinch of salt. I know
Yeah,
that they have Saint Maximin, again a Frenchman,
Saint Maximin, yeah.
but is he that finisher that he should be for his skill? Probably not, right? Absolutely. Um, यार ये अद्वै के ना, मैं कमेंट्स बहुत सोच समझ के लेने वाला हूँ अभी. सॉरी अद्वै, आई लव यू मैन, बट यू नो व्हाट आई मीन. Before I kind of tell the name and then realize okay कुछ और था, right? But there's so many players left, right, and center. But हाँ, they know their stuff, so big up to them. लेकिन again, I hope everyone has liked the stream. वो मत भूलना. Pretty sure we are, यार come on, 100 likes भी नहीं हुए यार. ऐसे कंजूसी मत करिए. इतने सारे वोट्स हो गए लेकिन लाइक्स नहीं है. करीबन 200 वोट्स हुए लेकिन लाइक्स बहुत कम है. तो likes कर लो सब, just hit the thumbs up button and let me know who is going to qualify. जैसे गौरव पूछ रहे among England, Germany, Hungary or Italy. I'll put you on the spot, Fateh. What do you think?
I think England will still come back.
England will still come back. Let's see. Let's see. Good game. Okay. Second half was good. First half I was disappointed. Second half was certainly good. Italy, I guess, but it's a home and away ties here, so maybe England. Fair enough. Fair enough. मैं तो बोलता हूँ यार. I think Germany. Hansi Flick will fix it, man. I just believe it.
No, but
They'll-
how are they going to take this seriously though? In a World Cup year, when is the next Nations League games? I don't think.
That is why they need to take it seriously because I think 4 match days it's a bit too much. 4 match days in 14 days is a bit too much, I feel. Lekin at the same time, you after this, if I'm not wrong, they are playing in September end.
Okay.
ठीक है तो इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट आई नो बीच में एक फ्रेंडली कुछ होगा लेकिन इन टर्म्स ऑफ कम्पिटिटिव ऑन पेपर दिस इज द ओनली 6 competitive games that you're having before the World Cup. So I think that's why it's important compared to the international friendlies. I would still say important. हाँ maybe just after the season इसलिए हमें लग रहा है इतना important नहीं है, but I think you will gradually see towards like the third or the fourth match day of maybe next week जो होगा, you will see teams trying little far more because उनको पता है they'll go to the latter stages of this or they'll get a seeding kind of a advantage और plus अगर fourth आ जाती है ना group में they can get relegated to League B. That's one more problem. So I think it's well planned. It's just that we have not, as an absorbed the fact that there can be a Nations League in parallel with the other things.
Yeah.
Or there's
Yeah.
football. Sandro Tonali, what do you think about this guy, man? I think
So,
different to Kovacic.
He is different. I think he's. See, Sandro Tonali, Inter's deal with Tonali was done, and then Conte sort of pulled the plug. He said he wanted Vidal because he believed that Tonali would not be ready. Is that a Leon mug, by the way? Is that a Leon flag on your? I wanted to ask you, but Sandro Tonali.
This one?
No, the mug that you had, the
Oh, acha, nahi. It's just normal latte, man.
oh, it's a black and I thought it was like Leon or something. So
No,
Tonali,
no, no.
and at Brescia he was not as good. Last year again for Milan he was decentish, but this year what a season he's had. Is he the replacement to Kovacic? I think Kovacic's range of passing is much better. I don't think Tonali has that just yet. But Tonali's positional sense, the way he can sometimes dominate midfields. Yeah, I mean, if you were to buy him, but I don't know. I don't know whether he'll be ready to move just yet. I think he's too young, and I think he wants to stay at Milan. I think, I think they'll be able to hold on to him for at least another 3-4 seasons.
Fair enough, fair enough. By the way, Ali Day was very, very popular, extremely
I saw it.
popular. Germany में मतलब again it is something about I think if I'm not wrong he was also Iranian. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
But
Ali
I
Dai
think
was Iranian. He played for Hertha Berlin in 99-2000. So the group was Hertha Berlin, Chelsea, AC Milan, and there was I think Galatasaray.
wasn't that the year where we lost to Barca eventually?
Yeah. That was the year, the
Yeah, that was the
Vialli
year.
year.
Exactly.
So,
So
AC Milan were the top seeds. They were
Mhm.
champions in Italy, 98, 99. They had a coach who used to play three at the back. And he came into the Champions League. It was a typical Conte type performance. They went out, nobody knew, and they finished bottom. Chelsea, I think, finished first or second. And Ali Dai, again, Hertha Berlin, very good forward. I mean, those 2 years, he was. But again, I think Ali Dai also played for Bayern Munich in the year when they lost the Champions
I
League final.
actually remember Bayern Munich. Before you said Harta, मैं मुझे तो याद भी नहीं
Yeah.
था to be honest. Then the
That
moment
season
you
he
said
went to
Harta,
Hertha Berlin.
क्योंकि मुझे याद है there was something about I think if I'm not wrong again Ali Karimi kind of followed
Yeah,
and I remember Ali Dai was an example to Ali Karimi and then Ali
Ali Karim.
Karimi became an example to a lot of others. So I think it's
Yeah,
about Iranians going to Germany in general also.
Germany.
मतलब that was
Yeah.
these are two example products for a lot of them. Uh, where was Hassan from? Hassan Salih
He
Hamid.
was Bosnian. He's Bosnian.
Bosnian, okay, that I'm mistaken. Yeah, you're right. लेकिन हाँ, यार again kind of weird names in the chat, लेकिन सब लोग ने like कर दिया hopefully. Quickly हमने game के बारे में क्या ही तो बोले भाई, मतलब फतेह will quickly discuss because
I
people
think
want us
from
to
what
discuss the
I
game.
saw, I didn't expect Italy to get anything. So even getting a point with this sort of lineup, I mean, there was no Bonucci. There was no. I mean, I don't know. Like the midfield was not there. Verratti, Jorginho, Barella, none of them. The left back, the guy from Roma who's just come back, Spinazzola. So I mean, all the veterans were not there. All this very young team holding Germany. even if it's a glorified friendly. I think very well done. And I think Italy had a lot of chances also. So I think both teams had chances. A draw
Great
is a fair
points.
result. Yeah.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल और आई थिंक मतलब अगेन इफ आई हैव टू से दैट हु वाज द मैन ऑफ द मैच अगर ओवरऑल बोलूं तो आई थिंक इट हैज टू बी किमिक यार किमिक रूल्ड द गेम मतलब
Kimmich.
एवरीथिंग फ्लोड थ्रू किमिक और इवन लाइक मैंने मजाक मजाक में बोला था वर्नर वर्सेस किमिक बाय द वे किमिक वाज बेटर देन वर्नर इन फिनिशिंग एज वेल बट जनरली आई बिलीव इट मतलब इट्स नॉट अ जोक वो रियल में बोल रहा था जो पीपल टुक दैट आई एम ट्राइंग टू जोक नहीं इट वाज इन रियल फैक्ट दैट आई एम टेलिंग यू वर्नर वाजंट टू बैड बट अगेन आई थिंक हगाय प्रॉपर सच में बोलो तो he wasn't too bad लेकिन हगा है आप समझ जाओ खुद क्या बोलने वाला हूँ लेकिन आई थिंक मेरे लिए क्विकली मैं बोलूँ तो अबाउट इटली आई वाज रियली इम्प्रेस्ड विद पोलिटानो एंड फ्रेटेसी जस्ट द कॉम्बिनेशन ठीक है
Yeah.
दोनों आई नो फ्रेटेसी ही हैड हिज मोमेंट्स वेयर ही लॉस्ट द बॉल बिकॉज ही इज काइंड ऑफ नर्वस मे बी आई डोंट
Yeah.
नो लेकिन मुझे लगा एक है मतलब आई नो जी भाई वाज इन द हाउस और हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे अबाउट यू नो फ्रेटेसी एट द टाइम एंड देन यू एंटर्ड. So for me, Politano and Fratesi together kind of worked more, and they missed a trick by not having Raspadori. हाँ मे बी आप बोलोगे पेलिग्रीनी जिसने स्कोर किया यार आप उसको हटाओगे क्या लेकिन पेलिग्रीनी कुड हैव प्लेड इन मिडफील्ड
Yeah.
आप बोल सकते थे यार मे बी दे शुड हैव यू नो ट्राइड रास्पदोरी somewhere down the line or him not coming on also was a little bit surprise but the biggest surprise talking about surprises has to be the find of the day find of the Nations League मैं तो बोलता हूँ विल्फ्रेड नॉन्टो में दिस गाय मैन आई एम गोइंग टू फॉलो हिम नाउ ट्रस्ट मी मतलब ये मुझे ओडोंकर की याद दिला दिया इमेजिन दैट ठीक है तो ही हैज टू और ही इज ओके लेट मी पुट इट दिस वे he kind of reminded me of Obafemi Martins and Odonkor put together.
Oh my God. Yeah. And we were talking about Newcastle. So Obafemi Martins played for Newcastle too.
बनता ही है right exactly.
Yeah.
So but I have to definitely give it to Italy man the way I ना they were not looking like फतेह ने बोला they were not looking it was pass German to death लेकिन to nothing. Leroy Sané not his best could have had better finishes. Gnabry had a good kind of dribbling kind of a game. Substitutes Havertz had that moment जहाँ पर गोल आया absolutely लेकिन overall I would say Kimmich stood out. Rudiger's Nicolas Sule didn't have much to do. Nicolas Sule was impressive on his pace surprisingly. Rudiger didn't have much. I was actually looking forward to seeing how Rudiger you know defends in a back four. लेकिन he wasn't tested enough I believe. Like again, arguably you can say that Politano Fratesi was kind of beating Rudiger's side, but again it'll be harsh now.
Harsh, I think. Yeah.
Harsh. I think maybe Kerr playing that side was a little bit weird for Germany. वो थोड़ा मैं बोलूँगा definitely. Kerr is not expected to play on the left back position. I don't think so. That is his natural position. वो थोड़ा सा is an issue. Again, David Raum not starting was surprising for me. Definitely मैं बोलूँगा. लेकिन हाँ, overall I think second half very watchable. First half very not watchable. If I have to just sum it. And I don't know any other thought that people have in the chat. Let me just quickly take it. Can do much better than Indian football commentator. Hey, bhai sahab, that is like I don't know, man. I should probably frame this comment and keep somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, thank you. We should, we should
Means
start.
a lot, man. Means a lot. मतलब हम तो यार as we are just talking as friends. We are not even commentary भी नहीं दे रहे. In fact, there are people out there यार आप मैच वॉच अलोंग करते तो मैच के बारे में बोलो. मैं बोलता यार कुछ होगा तब बोलेंगे भाई यार जबरदस्ती क्यों बोलूं कि यार we are not like typical commentators कि अरे यार यहाँ से इधर किया बॉल मतलब that is not natural to me. That's how I am. लेकिन यार it actually makes more sense if you guys are there in the chat. And that's what makes it brilliant because your questions come through. Then हमें being two romantics nostalgic people we go back और हम शुरू कर देते कुछ stories which you will be hearing lot of by the way in the coming months. I can assure you that. अभी तो यार वर्ल्ड कप ईयर है तो काफी सुनने में मिलेगा. आपको अच्छा नहीं लगे आप डेफिनेटली सुनना और बताना बाद में. Was a fun stream. Thank you absolutely. Real Madrid will have 350. यार इतना पैसा चाहिए क्या रियल मैड्रिड को? क्यों चाहिए? They need basically just 3 signings for me. A backup right back, a backup CDM because Casemiro is kind of getting to that age soon, and maybe a starting right winger. I don't think they need anyone else. Even the starting right winger is debatable because Valverde in big games is a must.
Is a must, yeah.
So I think it's kind of very weird. My England lineup for Germany away. Okay, chalo. Matt's channel says it. Walker, Stones, Maguire, Trippier, Maguire again. Kind of unfair on him. Why would you go for Trippier at left back? Please tell me, Matt's channel. I would be interested to know. Trippier is a brilliant player, but I think it takes away the attacking prowess now. I think you come on. You can surely find better left backs at at in England. Pretty sure on that. But Sebastian Haller, I think if I'm not wrong, he's from कौन से country से यार इससे पहले कि मैं गलत बोल दूं wasn't he Ivory Coast? Let me check.
Yeah, I think Ghana,
यार
Nigeria.
मैं
No.
गलत बोल दिया क्या? मतलब I'm pretty sure he competed in the Ivory Coast. Yes, I'm correct.
Ivory Coast.
Because it can get sensitive, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah.
certainly Sebastian Haller. Yeah, he should remain at Ajax, man. He's found his home, right?
No, I think. See, every player wants to play in a bigger league, you know. So, Haller was being linked to Inter, but then I think those died. Uh, See, I think EPL was a. Wouldn't he be a good Lewandowski replacement? I mean, why not?
नहीं यार EPL में really did bad.
No,
I don't know
so
like
but I'm talking about Bayern Munich, or
oh
no,
Bayern Munich, sorry, okay. I
or
thought basically instead of Lewandowski you go for Haller as a backup. नहीं नहीं तो देखो he can be, but again Bayern, if I'm not wrong, they had this Chuba Moting guy na for some time.
yeah.
They still have it or PSG got him back. तो Chuba Moting जो है था मतलब he was decent, but again those are people that are best at as a number two striker. Nothing against Haller, I know he's much better maybe, but again, is he the kind of guy the way Bayern play who kind of as in he builds up play as well? Lewandowski, people forget he actually creates opportunities for
Yes,
himself.
sir.
He wins penalties. He's that kind of a guy. I don't think he's that kind of a striker. Muller, Thomas Muller is still very much experienced to do that. So I would rather have Muller start, or I think Haller after this phenomenal season he had for Ajax. I don't think he's going to be coming as a backup
Backup,
or
yeah.
Ajax are in the Champions League. So I think he found his home anyway. So let him be scoring goals. He's tried in England. It didn't work, man. Simply put, I'm in that boat. I don't know. ये क्या है? अरे यार मतलब कुछ तो लास्ट टाइम बोले थे अबाउट ऑल द अंकल्स वेयरिंग द बेकहम जर्सी. तो मुझे याद आया था कि मैं खुद बेकहम जर्सी फर्स्ट खरीदा था. देन आई रिमेंबर you also told me the same thing, right? So
Yeah,
those are
absolutely.
things that we related to, but again I think it's just a fun on MCI here by Matata United. कोई नहीं. न्यूज अबाउट डेम्बेले. गौरव, हमने प्रॉपर ट्रांसफर स्ट्रीम की है, सो डू चेक इट आउट. हमने किया है ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज एफसी में प्रॉपर 1.5 घंटे का स्ट्रीम किया मेहनत से. तो आप जाकर देखिए, वहां पर पहले चेल्सी का ही न्यूज है काफी सारा, तो उसमें काफी आपको मिल जाएगा लेटेस्ट न्यूज. आज ही का न्यूज है, इनफैक्ट पूरे हफ्ते का मैंने समराइज किया, तो जाकर आप देखिए क्योंकि काफी अच्छे डिस्कशन हुए चैट के साथ. बढ़िया, थैंक गौरव आने के लिए एंड एवरीवन एज वेल. हु इज इंग्लैंड नंबर 7? इज इट स्टर्लिंग? कौन है भाई इंग्लैंड नंबर 7? मैं याद करके रखा नहीं हूँ. क्या है मतलब, आर यू गोइंग टू बाय दैट? इज दैट द रीजन व्हाई यू आर आस्किंग दैट?
What
प्रोबेबली
is Grealish's number?
ग्रिलिश है क्या? नहीं नहीं,
नहीं, what
प्रॉब्ली सैंचो होना चाहिए ना.
Sancho, yeah.
I'm guessing it should be Sancho. That's my guess. I don't know. Let me check it up if I can check it up. But यार आज कौन खेला था? ट्रेंट है यार, ट्रेंट. इंटरेस्टिंग. चलो, मैं फेल हो गया क्विज में, फुटबॉल क्विज. बट अगेन, if it was a quiz, I fail. If not, it's Trent. Simply put. Yeah, let's get to 110 likes, 80. Let's get there before end of the stream, and we'll end the stream in just a minute. Andre Silva could be a good Lewandowski replacement. Nahi. I disagree. I don't know if you're Fateh. Has he flopped at Leipzig or what? Tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I think at Frankfurt he was very good. Those numbers cannot lie. But then at Leipzig, we've not. It's he's not set it on fire at least. You know. So
Well,
I
I know
know.
he scores your odd goal. He's having that ability and all those things. But आप देखो ना, 11 goals in 33 league games.
Yeah, so and that's what I'm saying. He's not set it on fire, and no, I don't think Bayern will go for him. I mean, I think Haller is a outside shout. Like if not at Bayern, then at Dortmund. But yeah, I mean, I think they'll be looking to in the future maybe somebody from Leverkusen because they're doing so well. So Florian Wilson, Wirtz, and Schick could be on the move very soon. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. Yes, by the way, are almost 2 hours 20 minutes. Yes, absolutely, man. We are planning, or मैं actually plan ही कर रहा था special stream over the World Cup. I was planning to start a new series. Let's see, man. Fateh, I know that probably today might not be the great day for you, but I know that probably over the course of the week we'll do a watch along as well. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
लेकिन हम देखते हैं कब will be. I know that Sadiq Bhai was supposed to come today, but he just messaged that he may not be able to. So let's see. I'll try and find someone because there ज़्यादा discussion होने वाला है about with an ultra, so that'll be interesting. We'll kind of compare, certain things, but not giving too much away. Topic will be World Cup, simply put. तो हम वो करने वाले हैं. If not, वॉच अलॉन्ग होगा. एक दोनों में से एक चीज होगा वॉच अलॉन्ग, क्योंकि आज है यूक्रेन वर्सेस वेल्स. बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट. दैट टिकट टू वर्ल्ड कप, दे गेट इट. रिमेंबर दैट इज द डायरेक्ट फाइनल ऑफ अ प्लेऑफ पार्टी. That will be interesting because we will be doing that, or like I said, as a preview, we'll be doing a World Cup discussion stream. One of the two. Musiala was positive from today's game. Good fit in 4-2-3-1 system. Okay, fair enough. Thank you. मैंने मुसियाला को ज़्यादा नोटिस नहीं किया क्योंकि यार नॉन्टो आने के बाद मैं all I watched is only Nonto. Trust me on that. I am a fan, man, already. Ankit, late nights, every day stuff, bro. Hats off to you. Hats off to you guys as well, absolutely, and Fateh as well. He had a very long week, but still he's on. He was out, but still, yeah, I know that Fateh, always makes time, and of course everyone in the chat. But I am seeing we are 97 likes. Come on, यार 200 नहीं तो 100 कर दो. 3 और लाइक्स कर दो अगर नहीं किया किसी ने, और वोट्स भी 195 हुए तो 5 वोट्स भी कर दीजिए और लाइक कर देना स्ट्रीम. एंड नॉट फॉरगेट वील बी लाइव अगेन आज शाम को. टाइम मैं कंफर्म करूंगा ऑन सोशल मीडिया एज वेल एज ऑन माय कम्युनिटी पेज ऑन ईदर ऑफ द चैनल्स, मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली ऑन ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज एफसी. बट टिल नेक्स्ट टाइम, टेक केयर. फतेह, थैंक यू. एनी लास्ट वर्ड्स?
A good show. I tried to come as fast as I could, and it was not a bad match. Like the second half, sort of, it was good. Yeah,
absolutely. बिल्कुल. यहाँ पर यार पोल बताते हुए कि जर्मनी इज द फेवरेट टू गेट आउट ऑफ दिस ग्रुप. दैट्स इंटरेस्टिंग. मैं खुद भी बोल रहा था जर्मनी, बिकॉज ऑन पेपर दे हैव इट and they have a great manager. But on that note, let's like, share, subscribe and set a reminder because aaj sham ko we'll be back on Almighty Blues FC. Till next time, take care and good night everyone. Bye.